Aloha, everyone, and I want to for David Divine, the googly eyes. I had to put those in there. But
Yeah, that's
speaking of
great.
David Divine,
That's
look who we
great.
got
Good.
here today.
Hey, good to see you. Yeah, no, that's great. That was a great intro. I like the googly eyes.
And we have Jake. His YouTube channel is Homeless in America.
Yo, what's going on?
What's up, man? Say hi to a couple people in chat real quick. Daniel, aloha. SE Wolverines, Creek Squad, Scat Pack, aloha. PDF, what's up, brother? Good to see you, man.
I
So
see the
how's
chat. I
everybody?
just can't chat, but I see everybody. What's up, Scat Pack?
Oh, that's
William,
cool.
what's up?
Yeah. Hey, William Kramer. All right. But yeah, as long as if you can see the chat, and then at least that way, if anyone has a question, at least you can see it.
Yep.
So how's everybody's Sunday?
Yeah.
I'm
Same
guessing
old,
cold.
really.
I'm guessing cold where David is. I'm not really
You,
exactly sure where you're at, Jake.
surprisingly, I don't know. 2 days ago, I was talking to someone. They were on their way to Florida because they want to escape the Ohio weather, but it happened to be 64 that day. So it's been like,
Oh,
it's been we've had some crazy warm weather. I mean, it is a little bit chillier today, but yeah, it's been warm.
yeah, that's like Murphy's Law, right? Like, man, I gotta get away from the cold, and then when you do leave, you check the weather where you're from. It's like, dude, it's in the 70s. What?
Yeah. In fact, I was looking, and Florida was only 5 degrees warmer than us. So yeah, I don't know. We've been having some weird weather. It's only snowed one day here so far. So, but I'll take
Wow.
it. I'll take it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What
So
about you,
it.
Jake?
Yeah.
Where are you at?
Well, I'm in Washington State, but it's been kind of the same. It was like 9 degrees. Then a couple weeks later, it was 65 degrees. It's never been 65 here in the wintertime that I could remember, at least. But yeah, right now it's like probably 50. It just started raining, but yeah, it's not too cold.
Yeah, it's not bad.
We're not
See,
even going to
I'm just
ask
used
you.
to.
Well, yeah, we're not even going to ask you about your weather. We don't care about your weather.
I'm just used to 79 and sunny.
Uh-huh.
Only time you
Yeah.
hear me
See,
complaining if
see,
it's below
you see
70.
that,
Then I'm like,
Jake? We said we didn't care, and he's still telling us. uh no, that's good. I'm glad for you. I'm glad. 79 and
hey,
sunny.
that's why I moved out of Detroit, man. It was the 90 or 80% of the reason I moved out of Detroit was because of the cold.
Yeah.
And the other 20% was work and couldn't find any and all that other stuff.
Yeah. No, I think you made the right choice. But yeah, it's definitely this winter's been pretty good here in the Midwest. But
Cool.
hopefully it stays that way.
Yeah. Beautiful Nina's actually tomorrow morning going to visit her sister with her mom in Arizona.
Oh, really?
So, yeah, she gets to go visit the mainland for a week.
When's the last time
So
she was over in the mainland?
I think, wow, yeah, it was when me and her son and daughter went to Vegas in 2020.
Oh, wow.
We were there. First time I ever went to Vegas as an adult, and I got to gamble for like an hour because we were there when COVID and everyone shut Vegas down.
Oh.
So I was like, wow, great. First time I get to go to Vegas as an adult, and I still don't get to do nothing.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a bummer. I know. I was supposed to go to Key West at that time too, and all the bars shut down, and I'd cancel. Well, yeah, I mean, that's the whole point of Key West, right? So,
Yeah,
well, that's the whole point of Vegas too, really.
right. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
still had fun. We went to a gun range, and yeah, that's about it.
Right. All right.
For a whole week, we hung out at the Airbnb house we rented.
Mm. Yeah, I haven't been back there. I haven't been to Vegas in about 10 years now. Well, I don't know, 6, 7 years maybe. But yeah.
Hey, cheddar pepper prepper. Yeah, that's about right. The stupid bowl. I don't know how everyone's feelings are about but if you look at it, I seen the other day. It's the words. It's superb owl. The word
Yeah,
Super Bowl.
I've
Superb.
seen people write that. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah,
It's
I've seen
rigged.
Yeah, I mean, I have absolutely no desire to watch it. Not at all. No. I
Yeah, me
mean,
neither.
I used to watch it because I would try to pick out this, the uh the messagery in the halftime show,
Yep.
But now I don't even care about that, it's like
Same for me. I used to watch it for the commercials, but now they've gotten so stupid and
yeah.
woke or whatever you want to call it, like just pushing messages that have nothing to do with the product. It's like, what happened to good commercials?
Yeah. Yeah, it's all messages now. What's up, Indy? Indy wants to
Indeed.
know if Jake is in Washington.
Yes, I am.
Mm.
Washington State. So speaking of Washington and Jake, um, man, I got a ton of questions for you. I should have wrote them down, but so you have a channel, or do you want to let everyone know if anyone here doesn't know who you are about you or your channel? You want to introduce yourself, I guess.
Yeah, my name's Jake. My channel's Homeless in America. I'm basically just a homeless dude with the phone. You know what I mean? Just daily lives and walking around. And I mean, I do show some stuff like, I've done a couple lives inside my tent and stuff. But for the most part, when I go live, I'm like charging my phone or whatever, which I got lucky. There's like an outlet like literally on the side of the road. That's why you guys can probably hear the cars driving by. That's why I mute it when I'm not talking. So you guys don't have to hear that. I don't like
Right.
that car. But yeah, pretty much just homeless dude with the phone. Luckily, I did drop it a couple times, so the screen's messed up, but it still works, so I'm good.
There you go. So it's you just by yourself, or you and your girlfriend or wife, or
Yeah, girlfriend of 14 years. I mean, you could say wife, but yeah, same
yeah.
thing, really.
Hey, aloha, Yankees for life. Yeah, that's the same thing. I don't. I'll never get married because I don't believe in including the government. It's basically signing a contract with the government, getting married.
Yep, exactly.
So I call Nina my wife because technically she is, but I don't need a piece of paper to tell me that. But
Yeah, I don't know if they have common law there, but even if they don't, that don't mean nothing anyway.
right,
Some states like don't recognize it or whatever, which is weird, but some states do. So it all depends on where you live if you're actually married or not, I guess.
right,
Without signing the
right.
contract. Yep.
It's all about yeah. So how long have hey Ronnie. Aloha Ronnie. Hope you're feeling all right, brother. We love you.
What's up, fan life? Ronnie. What's up, Ronnie? Yeah.
Van life, good to see you. But
Instead of that
how
rotten
long have
Ronnie,
you
yeah.
been homeless for, Jake?
What was that?
How long have you been homeless?
Oh, I just turned 5 years being homeless on January 1st, but I know what people are probably thinking. 5 years, that's a long time. Yes, it is a long time, but some people have been homeless a lot longer. But I haven't been in the same exact position the whole time. I had at two different points, I had vehicles and they broke down, and yeah, now I'm back outside in a tent. But yeah, 5 years.
Dang. And that kind of leads into my next oh shit. I just clicked something. My next question, which do you choose to be homeless, or is it just like you just been in a rough spot?
I definitely didn't choose it. I got evicted from the place I was in and all that good stuff when I lost my job 5 years ago. But I mean, if I have somewhere to go, I'll definitely go. But there's been a couple people that have been like, "Oh, you can come here," but like one's in Tennessee, one's in North Carolina, and it's just a matter of getting there and all that. And I don't want to go somewhere and be a burden to someone and then be back out homeless again in some random area I don't know. So, but I mean, yeah, like as far as I'm not choosing it. If I had somewhere to go, I would, but I just don't. I mean, there's like
Right.
shelters, but I don't do shelters. I don't know. Most people probably know about shelters, but not the greatest. Like people steal your shit. You know, you got to worry about tweakers and all that kind of stuff. I just don't like to be around that shit. So
Yeah.
plus, you know, I'm
Yeah, I've
with my
heard.
girl. We both couldn't go to the same shelter. She'd have to go to a different one and all that good shit. But yeah,
Oh yeah, because they separate it, don't they? Yeah. I didn't even think of
yep,
that.
stupid. I mean, I get why, but still.
So do you ever like when like if people are, you're getting good donations or whatever and through YouTube or whatever, do you get like hotels or motels every once in a while or
Yeah, like once every couple months. I when I lived in a car, I used to get them like once a week or something. But now that I don't have a car, it's more difficult because I work part time. Most people might not know that, but I just have a part time job. But it's like 2 days a week, so I get like 18 hours a week. But when I still had my car, I was working at a different location. Since I was mobile, I could go there, but it's like a really bad part of town, so I didn't want to continue working there not in a car. But yeah, I was working 3 days a week there, so like I got a hotel like once a week or whatever. But now, yeah, I just got one like I think a couple weeks ago. But before that, it was a few months. But yeah,
damn. That you so you don't because I remember you had an Explorer, didn't you?
yep, I actually had two. I had one for like 4 months before it broke down. Then I had the other one for like a year and a half before that one broke down. But yeah,
Damn. Wow, that's I didn't even know that. I was wondering
yeah,
why the other day when you said that you were in a tent. I was like, what happened to the Explorer?
yeah, that broke down on May 28th, 2023. So it's been like 9 months without it. But yeah,
Oh,
when I first became homeless, I had an Explorer too, but I only lived in it for about 4 months before it broke down. So,
yeah.
but
And
yep,
the reason I asked about if you choose to is just because I've met a few homeless people out here that they do choose to because they're like, you know, it's like I'm just gonna give, it all go just like everything. Politics always comes in, and it's always about politics. And they're like, nah, they choose to live off the land because no one's gonna tell them what to do.
yeah. If you're in the country, if you're in the city though, you still got to worry about people calling the cops, and you got to move every day and shit. But unless you find a good spot, like I found a pretty good spot for now. But yeah, I know what people say. Like, I wish I was homeless so I could be free. Like, I get what they're saying, but it's thing is you paying your bills every month. Every month you worry about, am I going to pay my rent? And then it's the same thing for homeless, but you just worry about every day, like, am I going to eat today? Am I going to shower this week? Whatever. It's basically the same thing. It's just you're worrying about day to day. You're not worried about month to month like you are if you're living in a house and working full time and whatever. But you could
Right.
say I choose it because I choose not to go to a shelter. But I mean, that's pretty much the only option is tent or a shelter, and I definitely choose a tent over a shelter.
Oh, I would too. Yeah, I've heard plenty of stories about shelters that it's like, man, why even go?
Yeah, and like even there's like the men's, it's called the gospel mission or whatever, but like they charge you to stay there. It's like $4 a night, but still, why do they charge people to stay at a shelter? That's so weird. It's only like 120 a month or something, but still, it's ridiculous.
I didn't know they charged. Jeez.
The men's gospel mission does. I know there's like other ones that don't, but it's just, yeah, it's weird. Why would they do that? I mean, I guess they got to get money somewhere besides donations or whatever, but I don't know.
Are there groups that come out, Jake, and talk to you, try to help you out at all? Or
There's been one. Yeah, I got like resources or whatever. I got like a whatever case manager or whatever it's called, but that was because like I was staying over near a park, and I guess I wasn't even at the park, but there's like a trail that goes along the side of the lake, and I guess it's considered the park because of the trail or whatever. And so like the park ranger came and had like this lady with her and stuff. And yeah, I got like a couple things done, but like I got like a bus pass and shit like that. But yeah, the thing is too, like where I'm at, I try not to be around like there is like there's a lot of like homeless tweakers and stuff in this town, but I try to stay away from that. So I'm like in like the very southeast corner of the town, like all the resources and the shelters and all that. It's all on the north side of town. So I'd have to go like 8 miles on the bus, which ain't that bad. But if I want to like go to a shelter or go to a feed or whatever, I got to travel all the way up there. There's like nothing where I'm at, which is weird, but I see why. But it's also good because I have less homeless people to deal with, like coming and stealing your stuff or whatever when you're gone, and or whatever. Just yeah.
That's crazy that you'd have to worry about that. I mean, I know everybody's out there fighting for themselves, but you think there'd be like a little bit of honor.
Yeah, code. That's what I do. If I I don't really think I've seen many, but I've seen like homeless encampments. Like I walk by them, but I don't like go there and try to raid their shit, see if they're there. I'm like, I'm gonna steal whatever I can. Like I know, it's everyone's surviving for themselves, but I believe in karma too. So I think if I do that, someone's gonna get me. But someone already got me anyway. But it's all good.
Right.
Someone like came and stole someone came and like stole one of my tents and shit. But it's all good. I had another one, so they probably needed it more than me. Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
That's just crazy to me because it's like being like I couldn't imagine being the person to steal the tent, because my mind I'd be like, wow, this is the only thing this person has to sleep in.
Right.
But fuck them. I'm gonna take it from you know what I mean? Like I just couldn't do that.
Yeah.
Like, take something away from
well
especially because it's not yours to begin with.
I get it's like I guess it's like a rational way to think about it. But while you were saying that, I was thinking, well, if they need drugs right away, they can get something for the tent probably, so that they're probably feeding that addiction more than they're thinking about obviously other humans, right?
Right.
That is true.
That's
and that's always been like the thing with me because there's Jake homeless, but then there's the other homeless that, like David is saying, addiction, and they're out there and just not making good choices. And so then when you have any homeless asking for money, you're always like, I don't want to give them money if they're just gonna go shoot it up their arm. But if it's someone like Jake who's just homeless but not trying to feed an addiction, but how do you know that? You know what I mean? When it's like in the moment on the street.
Exactly, you don't. That's why people stereotype, and that's why I don't even care about like people sending money or whatever. I say if you want to like buy me food or something, email me, whatever, text me, and I'll let you know where to buy food and I'll go pick it up. I'm never asking like for straight up cash. And even then I don't, because the YouTube trolls and shit, if you ask for one thing one time, you're an e-beggar anyway. But yeah. Especially when you're homeless.
Yeah, isn't that crazy how people are judgmental like that? Like you wouldn't like rag on somebody for going to work. Like you know what I mean? You're not like outside their work going, oh, you're just a beggar for money. I mean, they're working, and that's sort of like streaming is work too,
Right. Yeah.
And why people think like, you want money for doing this job? When it's okay if you went to this job, that's fine. But if you want money for doing this job, we're going to call you an e-beggar,
That's so true, man. That's a great point.
It's unreal. That is unreal. I mean, you're being compensated. People are I'm sure people are watching your channel and being entertained. And I can't understand that, why people get mad at people for, making money for their content,
Right. Yeah. Because and like you said, judgmental too. Because so many people don't realize, like, doing lives.
Right.
Like it's not just like, oh, go live. It's like it's easy to sit in the chat, and go about your life and just type in shit. But when you're actually doing lives, there's more involved than just being live.
Right.
Yeah.
YouTube.
And probably 90% of my I was gonna say 90% of my lives are probably not worth watching, just boring me sitting here talking to the chat. But yeah, it could definitely it's definitely work. I can tell you that, especially when you're not monetized and you go live every day. And it's like, obviously you can't depend on donations or anything, but it's like you go live every day for a month and not get $1, and it's still that if that stops you, then you can't be a streamer because it takes a lot of work. I mean, some people get lucky, they drop one short or something to get 1 million subs, but for the most part, it takes a lot of grinding and stuff to get there. I was monetized, but I'm demonetized now, but I should be able to get
Really?
monetized again soon. Yeah, I got demonetized for 90 days for reuse content or whatever, but on February 22nd, I could reapply again. So like less than 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's exact. Hey, Wolverine, and that's exactly right what Wolverine said. If you had 1 million subscribers, no one would bat an eye and donate, no problem. Isn't that the truth?
Yep. I watch
Yeah.
people all the time that have hundreds of thousands. They just
Dude.
get, thousands and thousands in their live streams, and no one cares. But if you're a homeless guy, then
Yeah,
you're the biggest e-bagger piece of shit in the world.
Yeah. I know a guy, he's got, I don't know, he's got not 1 million, but probably a couple 100,000. And he begs his whole streams, he begs. And then if people give him $1 or $5, he makes fun of them because that's not enough. And
Wow.
and the whole crowd, everybody's accepting it and giving him money. No, exactly what Wolverine said. No problem. The
And he's
guy
not
with
even
all
like homeless or
no,
yeah.
he's probably literally close to a millionaire off of streaming if he's not a millionaire. Yeah, the guy I'm thinking of. And the people just throw money at him, and no one calls him an e-bagger, and they've literally made him a millionaire.
I've
That's
watched
crazy.
live stream channels, or I've watched channels for when they do live streams, and they got thousands of people in the chat, and it's just all super chats, and like $50, $100 each. I'm like, what is?
Yep.
Yeah, but the guy's not even asking for money. They're just like.
I wonder what the threshold is. Like, how many subs do you have to have before it's cool to ask for money? Like, do you have to have 50,000? What is it? I don't know. But that's so ridiculous. It's so funny how again, people show how it's okay to give money to the people that have it, but people that don't have it, you're begging.
Yep.
Right.
Unreal. Yep. Unreal.
It's like it's bass backwards.
Unreal.
I like to say it.
But it's like that. Yeah, it's like that in life, isn't it? Yeah, people. That's weird. Yeah.
It's funny you talk about that too, because there's this one guy, I'm not gonna say his name, but he's like this homeless guy lives in his car, and like people call me an e-bagger, and literally all he does every stream, homeless, anything helps, homeless, need $140 for today. Like every single stream is just like, I need $125 or I need $140 every fucking day. He lives in his car, and I get fucking trolls to call me a beggar and shit. It's like I might ask for $10 or someone to buy food or something here and there, like once a month maybe, but and there's people like that if you literally go to his channel, I can tell you his channel name. You go to it, read the fucking title, every single one is homeless, anything helps. It's like, what the hell, dude? I don't do that shit, and I still get fucking trolls, but I'm sure that guy's got plenty of trolls too, but he deserves them if he's doing that shit,
Yeah.
So Ronnie had a question. He says, I'm just curious, are you disabled or just can't find a job? But I do believe he said that you have a part-time job, right?
Yeah, I have a part-time job, but no, I'm not disabled.
Okay. Oh, William Granger. Thank you, brother.
There we go. There we go. We're e-begging. Thank you.
I didn't ask. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
But I didn't ask.
I'm asking.
I'm still a beggar, though. I still beg. Give me more.
Yeah.
And remember, YouTube takes half of it, so send it to his Venmo or Cash App or something.
There you go. Van Life says no money in YouTube anymore. Well, it is with these guys with the 1 million subscribers that are getting donations constantly. Yeah, that's money,
you, man.
Yeah.
There was that one I was just talking about. There was a couple months ago, but I was just in shock. I was like, Nina, come here, look. I'm like, and just from like a 10-minute period, we added up like over 10 grand.
Yeah.
And he was live for like 2 hours, and that was just nonstop. Super chats, and I'm like, unbelievable.
The guy that I'm talking about, again, I won't say it, but he's taken like he'll walk down to his garage and show, he's showing his Lamborghini that he's bought from YouTube money, and while he's showing his Lamborghini, people are giving him more money.
Right. Yeah. They just,
Yeah.
here's a
Yeah.
car that I'll never be able to afford, but
Yeah.
here's money that I don't have.
Here's
Really.
$5. Yeah. Why?
Yeah.
Why? I don't get it. What's up, Chad?
Chad Freeman, aloha, brother.
Yeah. So maybe that's it. Maybe just go stand by a Lamborghini, Jake, and beg, and they'll be fine with
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
If I
You
could
got to
find one
play the
around here, I
game.
would.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
not many Lamborghinis where I'm at. I mean, I'm
No,
sure
I
there
got
is, but they're probably behind gates and all that. You know.
right. Yeah. Yeah. That's true.
Yeah. Play the game, man. Go find a nice house and just stand on the sidewalk on the
Yeah.
public part, but act like it's yours and just,
Dude, I've had the weirdest shit, like, because I used to live in my car and I'd like walk down the street or something. And if I mentioned, like, oh, I'm walking down this street, some troll would like go on Google Maps and go to the street view and be like, I found him standing in the yard. He's not homeless. He lives in this house. I'm like, are you
Oh my
fucking kidding me?
God.
It wasn't even me, bro. It was like some Hispanic dude. I'm a white dude. I'm 6'3", 250 pounds. Dude was like maybe 5'10", 150 pounds. Like, that ain't me. If you think that's me, whatever. But then they're spreading it around on their channel. People believe in it and shit. I'm like, oh my God. But I don't care because I got nothing to hide. I even screenshot it and shared it to my own community tab because I'm like, you guys think this is me? They like took a screenshot of me because I have a similar jacket to him. It's just like a black jacket. Like hella people have this jacket, dude. Like seriously, I see people all the time with this similar jacket to the one I have. They just think that's me because some guy happened to have a similar coat to the one I'm wearing. It's like, really?
Wow.
Yep, that's how pathetic YouTube is, and people got nothing better to do but
That's
stalk
crazy.
my channel. You know, they watch everything I do. They got the bell subbed on all, and every single thing I do, they freaking make a video about it or something. And like, it's just crazy, dude. Especially when like you consider, like I said, the one dude I was talking about, that guy actually deserves to have people do breakdowns on him and call him an eBayer because that's all he does. But like, I got people calling me that when I barely even asked for shit. I mean, I haven't asked. Somebody said, I don't know if it's true, but I heard like the new TOS, you're not allowed to ask for anything anymore on YouTube. As of like January 24th, you can't even ask for like cash apps or anything like that. I think you could ask for super chats, but I don't know. But I don't even know if that's true. I just know someone said it. So I haven't been asking. I'm definitely not going to risk getting my channel taken down. But yeah, someone said that. It's like a new thing. Because so many people do that. You know, even people with hundreds of thousands of subs, they'll still be like, yeah, hit my PayPal so I don't have to pay YouTube half of it, you know, or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you know what? I did get an email, but I didn't. I'm going to have to look into that then because something about 2024's new guidelines.
Yeah, that's what someone said. I didn't look into it, but I heard that and I'm like, okay, well, I'm never asking again because I ain't risking it.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah, I haven't read the new guidelines. It's not. I'm sure I should break down and do it, but it's not fun. It's not a fun read. We'll put it that way.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. It's just, and it's endless too.
Yeah, and it pretty much says we can do whatever we want and change our mind at any time. Probably, you know.
Yep, pretty much.
And that's it.
Stop pushing your OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Somebody asked me if I had one. I was like, yeah, homeless OnlyFans. That's going to be what people want to watch. Fuck.
Oh,
hey, man, you never know.
I bet there's a whole crowd for that. There's probably a whole crowd, yeah.
I might just start one. Shit.
I know.
I don't think my girl would like that.
I don't know what you call it, fetishes or what, but there's some weird people with some weird fetishes out there.
Yeah, foot fetish channel, dude.
Right? I never understood that. I always thought people were just making it up to be like different or like, oh, if I say I got a foot, you know, but people really have foot fetish. I don't get it.
Yeah, they're weirdos, in my opinion.
Yeah, I wonder psychologically what is the deal with that. Someone's had to have broke it down, right? We'll have to Google that. There's got to be some psychology behind that, right?
There has to be, because I mean, what?
I can't think of any right now, like that would make sense, but.
Well, when you get into breaking it down, they're going to say the same things with like how they, you know, and I'm not hating on anybody who's LGBT or anything, but how they push the gay agenda, and then that's slowly going to turn into like PDF files, whatever, you know, like, oh, they can't help it. It's not their fault. They're going to try to normalize that too. I mean, I guarantee you that's on the way soon, but.
Oh, yeah.
You just
you already know
something. Yeah, just name it something less lethal and yeah.
Yep. And be like, oh, they can't help it. It's not their fault or whatever. It's like, yeah, well, it's not the kids' fault either, so
Right.
they shouldn't be involved.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah,
Yeah,
feet.
so van life asked if I felt the earthquake over here in Hawaii. What earth? No, well, one, no, I didn't. I didn't even know about an earthquake.
I think Cali had one or something. I don't know. There's always earthquakes, but small ones, I think.
Right? Yeah, because I've never felt. I mean, I've been told like, oh, there was a small earthquake or da da da, but I've never actually felt it. I guess I've been there, but never enough to where it's like my buddy Nate. I remember when he first moved out here, which is way before me. But I remember he told me, I don't remember the exact story. Basically, he was like, "Yeah, dude, it was crazy, man." He's like, "Shit on the walls were shaking, and it's like, what the hell is going on, man?" But
Yeah, I've been
I've
through
never
one
experienced.
earthquake when I was in 5th grade. Like, jumped under the desk at school and shit. That was about it. But it only lasted for like 3 seconds or something. But yeah, only time I felt one. I know there's been some like while I was sleeping at nighttime or something too, but I never felt those ones.
Right? Yeah, that's like, yeah, I've never experienced an. I've been there while the earthquake happened, but never stopped me in my tracks. Like, what the hell's going on?
5.
Hey, CB Shenanigans, aloha and welcome.
Oh yeah. Hello.
CV, what's up?
What's up? Thanks, Indy. Yeah, what's up, CB? Yeah, I've never felt. We had an earthquake here not too long ago in Ohio, but I didn't feel it. I guess on the east side they did, but it probably wasn't big. Obviously, I don't know what big. I don't know when it starts getting big. What number is a number
Yeah,
when you can
yeah.
start
What
feeling
is?
it?
How does that work?
I have no idea. I guess when it starts doing major damage or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I
I
don't
don't
know
know.
what that
Like
is on the scale, but yeah.
I know someone just wrote 3.5 quake, but I don't know. Can you feel? I'm sure you can feel that, but yeah, I don't know when they start getting serious. Like a hurricane, like Cat 4, Cat 5, or yeah, hurricane. But I don't know what number starts getting crazy. 3, 4.
Yeah, because all I remember is when they growing up like decades ago, but when it would be something big, it'd always be like, oh, an 8.9 on the Richter scale or
Oh,
whatever. So, and I just always thought anything below 8 was like
oh, so
that's
yeah,
sissy stuff.
yeah, nothing. Huh?
5. Oh, Daniel says 5 is
5 is
bad.
bad. All right.
So 5 is bad, and you definitely feel it, right?
Okay. So yeah, so that's something. I don't know what the one we had here was. I don't know. Now I'll pay attention. Now I use 5 as the gauge. I use 5 as the gauge.
You mentioned it. Said she hopes it wasn't a 6 point something on the Big Island. Wow. See, and Nina's daughter lives on the Big Island. I haven't heard anything about that. Hmm. Yes,
Oh,
Indy is because Indy is awesome.
7 is
Indy.
insane. Okay.
Wow. So the ones that I heard about growing up that were like 8 and 9 must have been really freaking crazy, huh?
I guess so. In Detroit, you were getting those?
No, I just remember on the news hearing about it, like never
Oh,
where I
yeah.
was at. But
Oh, I was gonna say, wow. I don't remember
yeah,
that.
I don't just it just always made me think that, well, they won't it can't be that bad if they're not, like they won't talk about it unless it's really bad. And I just remember high numbers like that. So I always thought it had to be at least an 8 for them to even talk about it. But I was wrong. That's why you should never assume things.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, that's why I asked. I didn't know. I mean, I figured, if people put in 3.5 in the chat, that must have been, something. But I didn't
Now I
know
wanna
where it
look into
starts
that
getting
more.
serious. Yeah, I know. We're bringing up some interesting points tonight. We got to figure out when the earthquake starts getting bad. We got to get to the bottom psychologically of the foot fetishes too. So, I mean, there's a lot of important stuff to get done.
So yeah, Jake. So how you were saying, with them pushing this and all that stuff's coming, like so, like, which kind of gives me an answer. But like, what's your outtake on like government and politics and all that left, right, red,
Uh,
blue shit?
I mean, I think it's all kind of a divide and conquer thing. But if I had to choose one, it would definitely be red, right. But I think it's all kind of a divide and conquer thing. They're all like controlled by the same people and stuff. But yeah, anyone
Yep.
who, I think the two-party system needs to go. Honestly, we need to just restart or something, because there's no way anyone else is going to get elected except a Democrat or a Republican. So obviously, I choose Republican, but still, there should be other options out there that's realistic. But there's none.
Right. That's what's up, Creek Squad. But yeah, that's basically what I think too. It's just yeah. It's they say it's a free country, but how is it really free when the government still? Like my buddy Blue Unicorn was saying the other day, like you can't walk out of your house without breaking 12 laws.
Yeah,
How is it a free country if the government's constantly telling us what you can and can't do?
yeah. You're free to follow the laws. That's about it.
Yep. Yep.
Or you're free to go to jail. Yeah, you're free to
Right.
follow the
You're
law.
free to go. You're free to go to jail, and then you're being governed inside there too.
Yep, it's all scam, dude. That's why there's so many people locked up in America compared to all the other countries. There's like more people in America than all the other countries in the world combined or whatever locked up. It's crazy.
Yep. It's all about money.
Yep, yeah. Someone said, I don't know if it's true, but someone said like how the whole police thing started was when they ended slavery or whatever. They started that so they could keep black people locked up or whatever. I don't know if that's true, but someone said that. So that's pretty wild if that is true.
Yeah, it is. I haven't heard that one before, but that is
Yeah, I
pretty
haven't looked
wild.
into it. I just know someone said that. That's crazy, though. If it is the case, then we should just get rid of that shit, too. No more jail. Just send them to an island somewhere or whatever.
Right.
Like Australia, you know?
Yeah, the whole police thing, man, that's a whole yeah. Yeah, I don't want to get into that because I'll talk for like 3 hours.
Yep.
But it's the same as government too, though. It starts from the top and goes all the way to the bottom, and it's all tyrannical.
Yep. It's not always, but most of the time it's the ones that were bullied in school and stuff, and they just want to have power over somebody, so they become a cop or whatever. Not always, but, a lot of
Right.
the times. I know there's good cops
Yeah.
out there, but not enough, seems like.
Yep. Yeah, because for the most part, they're not protecting and serving. They're just yeah, like you said, bullying.
Yep. Like, it's pretty pathetic that they can literally lock you up for anything they want and just say, oh, disorderly conduct. Like, literally, they can lock you up for anything they want and say you were being disorderly. It's pathetic, stupid.
Or they throw in the resisting. You're
Yeah.
resisting.
Resisting.
So how about this? What would you do if you woke up one morning and someone's standing outside your tent and they're like, "You're a lucky winner. Here's $1 million cash." What would you do
$1 million
with $1 million
cash?
bucks?
Well, I'd say buy a house, but you probably can't even get a house around here for that. I'd probably buy like a pretty nice RV or something for like 50,000 and live in that. I don't know. I just
Hey,
know,
well,
or move to a different state where I could actually get a house for $1 million. But yeah, I'd probably do that and then just live off the rest of the money and keep going on my YouTube.
And then if you had $1 million, you could then e-bag, no problem. Yeah.
yeah. See,
as they
Oh,
call
I
it.
think his audio might have cut out. It
Oh,
just got quiet.
yeah.
I don't know if you could hear us, Jake, but I think your audio cut out. He's not muted. Shoot. But that RV would sounded like a good investment
I
because
know.
you'd have RV, you could travel, you'd still have $950,000.
Right. Yeah.
Mag, the earthquake that happened in 1989 World Series, I remember that had a magnitude of 6.9. Wow. Shoot, I don't even know if Jake can hear us or if he knows that his audio's out.
Yeah. Vegas has good. Yeah. They have. Yeah. I used to live in Vegas too. And actually, for what you got there was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was just reading the private messages.
$900,000 here or $1 million here. Just get you an average small 2 or 3 bedroom house, 2
Wow.
bathroom.
That's crazy. But yeah, the RV sounds nice. Get a nice RV, drive around.
Oh yeah. That's always been one of my like goals in life, and I'm still gonna do it one day. Hopefully sooner than later, but is not a RV, but like kind of like an RV, but like a tour bus, like those big tour buses at the rock stars, and just have one of those and pay a driver for like full year and just drive to every single city in every state on the
Yeah, that
mainland
would
in
be nice.
America.
Yeah, that would be nice. That sounds expensive.
Right.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's why it's
that'd
one
be
of my dreams.
yeah. You got to start getting some donos. Yeah,
Yeah, I
that
gotta
would
start.
yeah, you got to and then no problem. Yeah, then you could buy your own bus. But yeah, that would be awesome, man. That would be a lot of fun. I think yeah, I'm leaning on that towards my ultimate goal maybe. That sort of lifestyle rather than just move somewhere permanently in the warmth. Just grab one of those and when it's cold, drive somewhere warm and come back
Right?
because it's pretty nice here in the summer. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, that's like I moved out of Michigan, but Michigan is beautiful in the spring and summer and fall, except winter. It's,
Yeah. Yeah. So no, it's definitely doable in the, yeah, a lot of, yeah, the summer for sure. So yeah, just drive away. It's always good to see. Yeah. Oh, it's always good to see you, David. Oh, good to see you too. Good to be seen. Good to be seen. Yeah, but that'd be a good lifestyle.
oh, 6 miles to the gallon. No shit.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that's the thing.
But you see,
That's
if that
what
ever did happen, then I would be able, on eBay, and I'd be making more money by documenting that tour across America because, and that would pay for the 6 miles a gallon.
right. And that's why one of the smart things the Ramones did when they toured back in the heyday, man, when when they were doing big festivals and stuff, is everybody else was driving those giant, you know, uh, tour buses, paying that gas prices and paying someone to drive and the people to, run it and work on it. Everybody was doing that and blowing all their money. And that's why the Ramones, they were driving a 15 passenger van around like roughing it, because they were
Yep.
putting all that money in their pocket for retirement. And I could see their point. I mean, I could see living it up once in a while too, but man, they stuck to that. They roughed it, you know. And I mean, it's hard to tour in a van like that. Gets real small when you're in it with guys. Guys start smelling, you know. The
With
van,
with anyone too, you're with the same people
yeah,
nonstop, 24 hours a day, man.
yeah.
It
And so
doesn't
that
matter if you love each other and would die for each other, but you
Yeah.
still like want to kill each other at the same time.
Yeah. At some point, 3 weeks in, yeah, everybody starts getting on your nerves. But yeah, they
Yep.
did that just to save money. And when I play with Mark, that's what we did too. We just took the last row of the thing out and put the gear in there and drove around in that. But he did that when they were making massive amounts of money. They still did that. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's good. That's good self-discipline.
Mm-hmm. Put the money
But
in your
Ronnie
pocket.
says that there's only 37 cents in his Hawaii account. But Ronnie, that changed today
Oh,
thanks to William Gramer, because we have
yeah.
that and that
What are we raising money for Ronnie to come to Hawaii?
for Ronnie to come to Hawaii.
Oh,
So
all
now
right.
we're at $15
All
and
right.
37
All right,
cents.
Ronnie. I'll help. I'll help get you some funds here. That's even better than hitting the like button. I know Ronnie would like you to hit the like button because he's got to beat me in likes.
Yeah.
But let's also get some donos to get Ronnie out to Hawaii. Great.
Oh yeah, it'd be awesome to have Ronnie out here.
Oh, $4.65 a gallon in Vegas. I'm taking it. And yeah, we're at
It's
315 or 315 maybe here.
I just got gas or Friday, and it was for 444, but that was at Sam's Club. So it's because I only go to Sam's Club or Costco because it's always cheaper than the regular gas station. So I'm guessing it's about the same out here, 465, 470.
Right. Yeah. 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 Okay. Almost the same as Vegas. Ronnie's happy he's going to Hawaii. Yeah, we're trying, Ronnie. Van Life says it's a couple $100 more and you can buy a canoe. Yeah. Ronnie out there by canoe.
Yeah, what about that ride? A canoe across the ocean?
Man, would you do that?
Hell no.
I don't even think I'd take a canoe, you know, off the island you live on. Like, I don't think I'd go out, very far in a canoe.
I don't even know if I could do like a cruise ship because I've heard a lot of things about cruise ships too.
Well, they had that. They had off the coast of Hawaii. They had that. I forget what it was on Shark Week one year, where they had that mega shark. It's like I don't even know how big it is. It's just this massive shark that they've known about, female, and and it was off Hawaii. It wasn't way out. It wasn't that far out, but I mean, this was huge. I mean, it was like a whale. You know how big this shark was. I don't know if it was a great white or what. But they had a small boat out there, but there were people in there filming with that thing, you know?
Screw that.
And I think I think there was even a lady just swimming with it, or swimming near it.
No, screw that. That's
And I mean, the thing could have just inhaled and sucked her in,
and not even knowing it. Been like,
right?
oh, what was that? I think
That
I
was
ate
just,
something.
I forget. That's easily found, that shark, but yeah, that mega shark. Was it mega shark? Okay,
Yeah, there's like it's like megala. There's
yeah.
like a name for them. That
Yeah.
huge
Oh my gosh, and these people are out filming with
mega
that, man. No, thank you.
megalodon. Am
Yeah,
I
no,
saying that right?
thank you.
Well, that's what a lot of people laugh at me because they're like, dude, you moved to Hawaii because I don't even like going in the ocean. And they're like, you're surrounded by the ocean. Why'd you move out? Because of the weather. Like, but you
Yeah.
don't go to the beach. Like, I go to the beach. I don't really go in the water.
I mean, I did go in the ocean. Of course, I was always like everybody else my age affected by the movie Jaws, right? So and I think anybody that watched it never swam again without thinking of Jaws, And
I was just about to say, don't forget, I grew up watching Jaws, so that had something to
yeah.
do with it.
And so I remember the last time I floated out in the ocean, I was floating out there. And I mean, it was in my mind, but I wasn't that. I don't know. I guess I must have been having more fun than I was afraid. And sure enough, the lifeguard called us in because there was a big school of fish, swimming. So sharks follow those schools of fish to feed. And so they called us in, shark. Everybody's yelling shark. And so that I haven't been in the ocean since. I mean, other than up to my ankles, you know. So
I had one scare, and it's funny now, but at the time I was screaming like a little girl. But it was when I first moved here, like within the first year, and before work every day, I would go because I didn't start work at the time till like 10 a.m. So every morning I would go to Lanikai Beach, and they have these two mokes out there, and the water is really calm out there. And I would just go on the surfboard, stand up paddleboard, and paddle halfway out and then back in and then go to work because it was real like therapeutic. It was just so relaxing and beautiful, and it's just like, wow, I can't believe I'm here right now,
Mhm.
And I'm paddling, and I remember too, I had an expensive pair of sunglasses at the time, and I wear my sunglasses and I'm paddling, and then I see something big go right underneath me,
Oh
and I was like,
man.
huh, and then I lost my balance and I fell off the paddleboard, and glasses fell off, lost those. And then I jump back on a paddleboard and I'm like, oh, I'm just freaking out, like just, thinking Jaws. And in my mind, like, oh my God, this is how I'm going to die. And then
Yeah.
I realized it was just a turtle.
Oh, a turtle. Yeah.
So, and I'm like I'm not even stand up paddling anymore. I'm like laying on it, just trying to get back to,
Turtle.
and I'm
Turtle.
like, that wasn't a shark. That was a freaking turtle, you idiot. Like,
Yeah, well, those turtles are pretty scary though sometimes. The turtles can say some mean things and hurt your feelings, you know. No, but that would be scary for sure. Yeah. You see something dark
yeah,
spot
that's and
underneath
it
you.
happened so quick too. It's like my brain didn't have enough time to like process what just happened until after I overreacted.
Yeah, right. You're paddling for your life.
Right.
Kids are like, it's just a turtle. It's just a turtle.
Right. Like, what's wrong with this guy? This guy's
Yeah.
tweaking over here. The hell?
Tweaking over the turtle. The tweaker turtle. Yeah, that's funny. um, yeah, Jaws definitely changed swimming.
Yeah. I mean, even growing up, because even I grew up, we had a underground or below whatever they're called swimming
Yeah,
pool.
yeah,
It's like 10 feet deep.
in the
And
ground. Yeah,
after that movie, even when I'm swimming in a swimming pool, I was still thinking like Jaws was gonna bite my foot off or something. You know what I mean? It's like, dude, a
R-
shark. The Jaws is bigger than this whole pool.
yeah,
So
and you see, people they'll put like a screen up by like a little pond or something. They'll all float in it, and they'll have Jaws parties in the summer. You know, and even though you're floating in there, I bet you're still kind of looking around. For a
right,
shark.
yeah,
Yeah, like whoa. But they had
and
I always loved that movie though. And they just put it out. They just redid it and they put it out on 4K. It looks
oh, did
amazing.
they?
Yeah, it looks like a brand new movie. Yeah, I was bragging about it a couple weeks ago
Oh,
on
I'm
my
gonna have to
channel.
check that out.
Yeah, it's so good. They have it cheap. It's got the Blu-ray and then the 4K Blu-ray in it for cheap, like $14.99. But it looks like a brand new movie. Looks and sounds so phenomenal because
I'm definitely gonna have to check that out because I
they
remember
did it.
rewatching it like maybe 10, 15 years ago. And even that, after rewatching it, then it's still like, man, look how far like movies have come.
Y-
Because when you
Yeah,
rewatch it now, it's like just kind of cheesy, but
yeah. I don't know. I guess. Well, this was put out by Universal, and there's different companies that do these great 4K scans now, where they do scans off the original film, 35 millimeter or whatever it is, and then they clean it all up. And they did with Jaws, they did a phenomenal job. I mean, I was watching it like for the first time. It was seeing a different movie with how great it looks now and sounds. Yeah, yeah.
so many old movies that's weird how movies have so much impact
Oh yeah.
And growing up, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
because there's like, I'm trying to. It's true anyway, but like anywhere you go, you're being recorded. You know what I mean? You're always being watched. I mean, even somebody must have got a touchdown. Fireworks are going off.
Well, I know I could hear in the other room I think it was they're singing the national anthem, so they're probably just starting.
Oh, is that okay?
Yeah.
Hey, because they're out here. It's crazy, man. It's like 4th of July when there's sports.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Fireworks are going off like crazy right now. So
Yeah, it's pretty loud in the next room, so I could kind of hear. I could hear him singing the national anthem, but um,
but yeah, but with the like being recorded everywhere. But I remember growing up when Revenge of the Nerds came out,
yeah.
and well, you know that part where they like put the cameras in the woman's dorm or whatever, and they were watching them, and
Oh yeah.
ever since then, I've always just lived my life just like you're always, which is kind of a good thing because you should always do what's right, even if nobody's watching. You know what I mean? But because of that movie, Revenge of the Nerds, in my head, it's always like you're always being watched,
Yeah.
always being watched.
Yeah. Yeah, and you
What's up,
definitely now.
Dave?
Yeah, you definitely are now, and you're always being recorded in your own house by your own devices. Now,
And we're looking right at it too every time. You know.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Hi. Here's what we're saying. Yeah, just constantly. But yeah, whether even if we had the camera off or not, it's still recording us. Yeah. What's up, Steve-O?
Steve-O, and Dave's not here, man. Aloha, brother.
Dave's not
I just,
here.
what do you
Van
say? I
Life's
just
got it.
busted some
Yeah.
caps.
Van Life's got his money on Taylor Swift. I know. That's why I didn't. One of the reasons I didn't even care about this Super Bowl. I mean, I have a ton of other reasons too, but well, I just don't care. But yeah, and then when they turned it on, and that's all they were talking about was Taylor Swift, and I'm like, I can't believe people are watching that. You know,
Right.
you're supposed to be watching a football game.
Yeah, because it's never really about football. At the end of
No,
the day, it's like
no,
how
I
much
think
football talk was there?
yeah, half the people are talking about the halftime show, the commercials, and then now Taylor Swift. So the game is like a secondary thing, almost, right?
Yep. And I'm probably gonna piss a few people off, but I still think it's rigged.
Yeah, I mean, well, I gotta say, I boycotted everything for a couple years there after what we went through, and then people were putting messaging all over everything, as if they were the ones to give me messages when I'm trying to watch sports. So I just gave up for a couple years, and then I try to come back, and it appears to be, like maybe a step above wrestling now. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, you can blatantly see, people half trying, missed tackles, interceptions, like, blatant interceptions. But the one that gets me is just they can blow a whistle and throw a flag on anything and change the outcome or the
Yep.
direction of the game at any minute with no arguments, and
Right.
it's that just drives me insane. You'll see a beautiful, 60, 70-yard pass. Oh, always flag, it takes all the like great plays out of sports. They just could call weird things when they haven't been calling it, or, it's just, it looks pretty bad now to me.
And have you heard about the magnets?
Yeah.
That's like a real thing too. It's like, I mean, yeah, because that there's no way they're gonna catch that ball, but for some reason it just
Yeah.
sticks to the tips of their fingers, and it's like, oh look, he caught it. That was so like what an amazing catch. Like, well, yeah, if there weren't magnets in his gloves and magnets in the football, he probably wouldn't have caught it.
Yeah. Well, yeah. It's it just like I said, after not watching it, unless it's, I wonder if it has always felt like that. It not well, I know it hasn't because I used to watch it and think, wow, this is great, you know. But yeah, after not watching it and then coming back to it, it just and basketball, forget it. That just looks
Yeah, they say that's
outrageously,
rigged too.
yeah, it just basketball just looks outrageous. But you know, I don't. Football's not hurting though because I think the last playoff game before this one, they had set a record for viewers.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Or
yeah,
is that when Detroit was still in it?
I think so. Yeah, I think it was the Detroit game, the one they lost, the last one.
Yeah,
I think
because
that's the one they were talking about having like a record-setting amount of viewers.
I heard Detroit was going berserk. It's like even people that weren't football fans were just going berserk because it's like finally. But then they never, failed to disappoint.
Yeah,
So
right. They went and they Detroited it all up, or they Clevelanded it all up. Van Life said, if you can bet on it, it's rigged. Yeah. I mean, I don't know why people still think that's surprising. It's like, exactly. I mean, you can't go into a casino in Vegas or anywhere now. They have them everywhere, but you can't go into a casino and expect to have a fair odds in that, you know?
right. Yep.
Uh, oh, this is an honest, we're doing an honest game of blackjack here, you know? They don't have any advantage, of course, you know? Yeah.
Slabberjaw was just saying, like you were just saying, it's like one step from
Yeah.
wrestling.
I mean, I think again, maybe it was just walking away for a couple years and coming back, but it's just, I mean, it's hot, it's painful to watch. And then, if you're around people that are just, some people, that's their thing, man. They do that. That's what they do on Sunday to forget, shut their brain off, whatever. I can't do it. It makes my brain work harder, like getting mad, like, like I can't believe this. And then whatever. But you try not, for people that don't want to hear it, you try not to say anything while you're watching it, but it's so hard, man. It's like, come on,
Yep.
come on.
Yep. I know she. Dude, that's funny. I know exact because when I was still a teenager and I moved to Findlay, Ohio for a
Oh
little
yeah.
very
Y-
short time.
Yeah.
But all my friends out there were black, and I was like the only white dude in this like group of black dudes, and these guys were, man, Dino, Corey, I can't remember all that, but anyway, there's me, this tall, skinny dude, white dude, and then there's these like 6'4", like basketball player height, and just football sized, huge dudes. You know what I mean? It looked like they were all my bodyguards or something.
Yeah.
But I remember showing up at their house, and they're all watching wrestling. And it didn't even click in my mind at the time, but I was like, "Oh man, this is so fake." And it was like when the record just goes, "Eh,"
Yeah.
and the whole place just stops, and everyone. And I almost got my ass beat for saying that.
Yeah.
I
I've
was
been there
like,
too. Yeah. I've been
"It's
there
like
too. Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
fake. It's
It,
fake though." But
because I've been there too with a couple people actually that, they they know that they'll say that the argument or the match is pre-planned, but it's still real, it's still, and I know that they're really doing it, I mean, I'm not saying they're not really wrestling, right, or whatever, and it's really hard. I mean, I
right,
couldn't, I'd die in there,
yeah, it's still a physical
yeah, but
thing, and yeah, I'm sure they do get hurt, but
obviously
exactly,
they're, the acting is not good. It's not good acting, and the outcome's pre-planned, and so that's what we mean by fake. But I know when
right,
they're into it, man, they get into it. But then, yeah, because I would have people defend like I forget the older wrestlers, how they really got bloody, in some of the smaller circuits and stuff, and got beat up, and how hard it was. And I never denied how hard it was, and all that, but still, it's still not real. Real would be two guys with no predetermined outcome beating each other up.
right, like backyard
Yeah, that would be real.
wrestling, where it's like,
Yeah,
but
like, but they're obviously, obviously still doing a lot of physical stuff, but they know who's gonna win, and but yeah, I've been caught in that too, where people, yeah, I got in trouble for saying it. Yeah, yeah, mhm,
but yeah,
because
they take it so
they
personal.
they get their feelings are hurt about it. And football too, but I mean, I try not to, if you're having fun doing it, I try to be quiet, but that's one of the ways I stay out of getting in trouble is I don't watch with anybody, and so,
Right.
yeah,
Well, that's
but
the hard part for me though, because well, especially here, because everyone's a sports fanatic, but Hawaii doesn't have a team, and a lot of people out here aren't from here. It's military, or like me, just moved here, and so everyone has their own team,
right.
and it's just like all over the place. But then when anyone brings up sports, I'm like, ah, shit. They start mentioning people's name. I'm like, I don't know who that is. I have
Yeah,
no idea. Like, I'm not the best person to talk about sports.
yeah, 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 I used to listen to it all the time. I would listen to it on talk radio and stuff, but it does, yeah. After walking away for a couple years, it's just I can't watch anymore. I mean, I love baseball. When I was young, I wanted to be a baseball player when I grew up.
Me too. Me
Yeah.
too. I grew up playing baseball. Yeah.
And so the beginning of the year, I'll watch on the minor league app. I'll watch a lot of minor league games. Toledo Mud Hens, everywhere has these minor league teams that are interesting and cool to watch. And it appears that they're playing a real game. So I'll start out watching them for a month or two, until I've watched hundreds of games or whatever. I have it on in the background or whatever. But just to see baseball because I love baseball. But yeah.
Yeah, me too. I've been to quite a few Mud Hen games. A
Oh,
lot of
have you?
fun.
Yeah, yeah. Of course, they're the Detroit uh,
Yeah, they're the
minor league.
Detroit
Yeah, I have
minor
a
league. Yep.
Mud Hens jersey. I went there several years ago, like 6, 7 years ago now, to 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 see the stadium and I was excited when I saw it like a little kid. And I'll tell you how I got into them was because in I think 1977 for 1 year they were the Indians minor league team, but just for 1 year. But I saw them somehow and knew that, and I fell in love with them, and I've always wanted to see that stadium. And
Yeah.
but then the next year they became Detroit's minor league team. Yeah. So you've been there too, huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, this was when I was like a teenager, so
yeah.
long time ago. But
I think it still looks the same. I was there a couple years ago. Yeah.
actually, I think I'm not positive, but Dave's not here, man. I grew up with that guy, and I think me and him went to a Mud Hens game. It was like a group of us, but I don't know. I don't know if I remember correctly, but me and Dave's not here did a
Oh,
lot of shit growing up.
possibly saw the Toledo Mud Hens. Well, that's awesome. Yeah, I hope to get to a game this year. Mud Hens game.
And speaking of Dave's not here, he's going to be a guest on the show in a few weeks. What is it? March 3rd, I believe.
Awesome. Is he's been on before, right? I think I've
He's come on panel before. It was a while ago.
yeah.
I think when it was karaoke, when we were doing karaoke.
All right. Yeah. I think I think I remember seeing him.
Right.
Unless there's more than one person that you grew up which I don't know. Yeah.
But no, yeah, well, yeah. Actually, now I remember it was when I was doing the karaoke and he came on. But that's why this will be a little different because it's after I set it up, I was like, I didn't think that one through because they might tell stories that I might not want to be
Oh,
told.
I got you. Yeah. Well, you have to just get a dump button for him when he's on.
Right.
Just set up a dump button that way with a little delay. You just dump him. You know, he could keep talking and then just bring him back up when he's done telling that story you don't want to hear.
Yeah, as soon as he starts talking about, and then there was that one time when we
Uh-huh.
in like the first word that I'm like, nope, not telling that story.
Yeah, just hit the just go to a commercial. Oh, I'm sorry about that, Dave.
And today's sponsor,
Yeah. Yeah, just go to a commercial.
that's
That
funny.
please go cut to a please don't know commercial.
Yeah, there is a bunch of stories though, man. No joke. Like, and I know Dave knows too, but yeah, there's stories that you can't say on live internet. YouTube would be like, nope, not having that.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. 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 Yeah, I know that's why you think about, I think about some friends to bring up, and that don't normally maybe stream, or I don't even know if they watch YouTube, but then I think, yeah, they don't know the rule, they don't know what we can't say.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And
There's yeah.
and because they, it really is outrageous what we can't say. And, we're used to talking like that, to not
Right. Yeah, that's what makes it hard because that's what I love about this show that I do every week with, you know, with Ronnie, and we have you, and Indy has been on, and Hawk's been on, and like so many great people, is that it's just like we're just hanging out at the kitchen table having a beer and just talking about whatever, you know.
right. Right.
But then we still got to be careful because
Yeah, you still got a sense. Yeah. Well,
like 3 years ago, if you were to say COVID, there goes your channel.
yeah. Yeah.
But now
Oh,
it's okay.
it's nuts. It's crazy. Yeah. I'm trying to think. I mean, I know it's always been bad. I used to, before I started streaming, I used to go on a guy's channel. It was right before the uh last election. And we used to go on his channel, and I think we could say almost anything. And then it seemed like it, right. It's immediately when that happened, then that's when you had to talk in code ever since then. Because I remember
Yeah.
we used to talk pretty freely when I would go on his panel. I don't think he, ever minded, obviously. Yeah, I don't think it was really a thing. And then all of a sudden it became a thing on multiple levels, didn't it? Like you couldn't talk about
You couldn't. Yeah, there's so many things you couldn't say,
and unless you're
and I still
Ronnie,
don't.
and
I
unless
still
you're
don't know if
Ronnie,
you can.
yeah,
So I'm
unless you're
still. I
Ronnie,
want to
Ronnie
say,
doesn't care. Ronnie doesn't
right?
care, right?
Yeah, whatever Ronnie says on his channel is what
Uh-huh.
you can't say.
Yeah, Ronnie says, I don't mind. Yeah, I'm getting. Ronnie's like, I'm getting a little. This channel's getting a little small. I'm gonna shut this one down and get a bigger one. Yeah, he's
Oh,
not
here we
afraid to
go.
move. Ronnie's not afraid to move.
Steve Cutler live. Aloha. But you didn't know that me and David are brothers from another mother and father, but we might be from the same father.
Oh, Steve.
That didn't
Yeah,
confuse you.
right. Yeah. If you haven't been around for that, yeah, we've been thinking about that for a couple years now.
Yeah, it's like, dude, we got it. We're related somehow. We just don't
Uh-huh.
know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we're both pretty close in the Midwest. We did narrow it down that Steve's our dad, maybe possibly was he had like to have a good time all over the place. So yeah. How is he, by the way? How is he doing? All right.
He's good. He was supposed to have surgery again, which didn't happen because, and when his, well, they're not actually married either, but same thing. They've been together for decades. But wife texted
Yeah.
me to let everyone know that he's not getting it because he had a cut on his foot. And then I ended up talking to my dad, and it wasn't even a cut. It was like a paper cut. It was like the
Oh,
smallest. And for some reason, the doctor's like, "Oh man, everything's ready to go, but we can't with this on your foot." And it's like, what? I don't know. Doesn't make sense to me.
Huh.
But now he's got to wait, and I guess he's going back this week to schedule again to be able to. And it's just like, I feel bad because I know my dad's in so much pain, and it's
Yeah.
like, just
What's
do the surgery and
what's he got? What's he
uh,
getting?
his back. Well, which
Oh,
he already had done. This is the messed up part.
oh,
And most other people nowadays, anyway, in this day and age, would have sued, but he had the surgery done already a while ago, and it wasn't done correctly or something. I don't know, because he's in more pain now than he was before, and so
that's
basically, like, oh yeah, we fucked up. We got to do it again. It's like, well, do it already.
I was just laughing because Van Life said the doctor had reservations in Hawaii.
Probably.
Uh,
And that's what sucks about a lot of doctors too. They don't really
no,
care. I
yeah, I
mean,
mean, yeah, 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 yeah,
it's
yeah.
about
No,
money to them too.
yeah, everything like that. It all gets scarier the older you get and you start figuring things out. Right? Yeah. Luckily, yeah, when you're younger, you think, yeah, they just want to save me, and then when you really need them, older down the road, and you're fighting over insurance and
Yeah,
then it's $1 million even if you have insurance, and yeah,
that's what sucked for me when I finally. This was a couple years ago, and I've never really had insurance most of my life, and I have now for a couple years, but and so I've never really had a primary doctor or whatever you call it, and I found one finally. Right, I was like,
yeah.
oh sweet, and like, and this doc, I mean, he did care. I mean,
Mhm.
and he kinda looked like a van life biker, now that I think about it. Had the
Yeah,
beard and everything,
I'd feel
and,
all right with van life being my doctor, I think.
he was
Think.
super cool, man, and his name was Doctor Jones, and he was ex-military, and he was a doctor in the military, and he retired, and then he came back to be a doctor because he's like, "Hey, retirement isn't what's all crack," he's like, "I get bored," so
Right.
I was like, "Dude, this is my guy," and it was right when the whole, "You have to wear a mask everywhere you go. You can't come in the building if you don't," like, all when that first started happening.
Yeah,
So when I went in to meet
yeah,
him, and I'm like, "God, this stupid thing, man," and as soon as he walked in, he didn't have a mask on. He's like, "You can take that shit off your face," and I was like, "Dude, I love you. I
yeah,
love you."
yeah, there you go.
But then 2 months after that, he retired.
Ah, alright.
I
Yeah,
was like,
that
"Dude,
no,
I
yeah, no,
finally found a doctor, man, and then
y
you leave me."
you gotta find another bearded, van
I
life
gotta
biker looking doctor.
Yep. I gotta find another Van the Man with a beautiful beard.
Uh-huh. Yeah, it's gonna be hard to do, but yes, yeah, that stinks, for your dad. Well, hopefully, they get it right this time. That's oh, man, there's back pain's not suck it just sucks, flat out sucks, and I mean, sometimes you can't do anything if your back's if you're in massive amount of pain, you know?
Yep. Hey,
Dr.
what's up,
Jones
Jason?
from Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Right.
Yeah, that's a great movie too, isn't it?
Yeah, Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Let's see, 30 plus refused surgery. Oh,
It is 50-50. I think my dad even told me that same thing. He's like, "It's 50-50." It's
yeah.
like it's if the pain's that bad, it's like 50-50. Well, I guess I'll gamble because if I get the 50 that it works, then it was a good gamble.
Yeah, I mean, what are they actually doing the surgery on I don't know, cartilage, vertebrae, nerves, uh,
I'm not even 100% sure.
muscle? I mean, I'm
I
just
think
naming
it's
off
something
things we
with
have in the body. Things we have in the
something
body
to do
for
with the
500.
nerves,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, nerves. Yeah, I mean, I think that would probably be the point, but yeah, I think you could have what, like a, cracked vertebra. I don't know. I wonder, yeah, what it is, but yeah, nerve damage. Yeah, it's horrible. Yeah.
Yeah, and I know too. He's already had like both his knees replaced. He's had. I mean, and Dave's not here, man. He knows too. We have always called him Robo Dad because he's half metal. I mean,
Oh, your dad?
he,
Yeah.
yeah. When he goes through like TSA at the airport, it's just like beep 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 beep, and he's like RoboCop, but we always
Oh,
called him Robo Dad because he's literally half metal.
he's half Terminator. John says, yeah, most likely a disc. Yeah, yeah. That's thanks, John, because that was the only thing in the back I didn't name was probably what it was. All right, the disc. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, he is Dave. He's the man. And I'm not just saying it because he's my dad, but he is the best. He's the shit, dude. He's the best dad. Good morals, good dad, good father, good friend, good person. Well, that's like my dad, van life. He always said he was like, I don't think people understand like how much pain I'm in. They just think that, but he's been in pain so long that he kind of got used to most of it. And it's like, oh, that's just normal. Like that throbbing pain in both my knees, and he can't feel his feet.
Yeah, that
He can't,
sucks. Yeah,
you
that's
know, he can't feel his fingers half the time.
yeah. That's horrible. No, that's horrible. Construction is a tough life, fan life. That's yeah.
That's what scares me because I'm pushing 50 and I'm feeling pain, but same thing. It's like, oh, it's just normal, right? You get older and it's normal. And I'm a plumber, so my
What's
knees are
up?
shot.
What's up, Chrissy Cat? Yeah, no,
Chrissy
it does.
Cat.
Yeah, no, it stinks. Yeah, yeah. There's Dave asking the crappy question that we were trying not to ask, Dave. We tried not to
Wait,
ask that.
I want to be accurate, so let me
Here he goes.
it
Because he was
is
asking us, he was asking me and Jake, and we were trying not to ask this question.
well, right now, exactly where I am, it is 79 degrees,
Are you
which is
happy
why
with
they say
yourself,
the
Dave?
average is, but it feels like 78.
Are you happy with yourself now, Dave?
see what you did.
See what you did, Dave? We knew that was the answer. We knew that was
Game
going to be the
over.
answer. And that's why we were trying to make ourselves feel better. Because like I said, it was 64 here in Ohio a couple days ago. But, I wasn't going to ask Steve, hey, how was the weather there? Because I was going to be happy with that 64. But there we go.
See,
Weather
if it was
report.
64 here, I'd be wearing a sweatshirt.
Yeah, that's crazy because it was the exact opposite here. I remember, I think it was Friday. It was 64 here, and I just like normal. I put on my winter coat, because that's what you do. And then I got to the store and I realized I was the only one in the coat. Here, everybody 64, man. That's like short sleeves.
Oh yeah, see I remember when I was living in Detroit, yeah, because when it goes from 1 week it's 20 degrees, and then the next week it's even 60, 55, 60. You're like, this is shorts weather, man. It's so
Uh-huh.
beautiful out. But
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. We were running around, so it took the coat off. Yeah. You'd be cold though, because it'd be relative. 60 would be cold. Yeah.
yeah, it's your body just accumulates what it's used to, and then. But I do miss that though. I remember those days back in Detroit where it would after like January and February, the coldest months, and then March comes around and all of a sudden it's like 55, 60. You're like, oh man, it's so nice out. All the snow's melted.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think that's why I always can't wait to watch the minor league baseball games when they're in spring training in the beginning of the year, because it's like finally it's spring, It's like hearing the bat, hit the balls. Like, all right, we're out of winter.
Yeah. And that's crazy too about another thing about how we have to be related or possibly brothers or something because baseball, man, that was my love. I still love baseball, but
Yeah. 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 I mean, that's what we did here. I lived, I grew up just in the small town, man. And that's it. We had baseball. That was about all we had. Yeah. Pretty much a baseball fields, but yeah, that's where we spent all our time. Yeah.
me and Dave actually used to play softball together too when we were in our late 20s.
I'll tell you, I think I was around the same age when I was playing softball too for a bar, and I was pitching sometimes, but then playing whatever position other than that. And I'll tell you, the last year I played, I watched this other guy was pitching. Thank God I wasn't. It was underhand, obviously softball league, but I saw the pitcher take a shot off his leg, man. You know,
Ooh,
and just knocked him down and hurt him really good. And I was like, I'm never pitching, never again. No.
that's crazy. You know what? That's crazy because my dad always played like my whole life since I remember being alive, played softball, and he was the pitcher, and he was really good too. Like I- to me, I always thought it's softball. You throw the ball, but
Yeah. Right.
he would like throw knuckleballs and
Yeah.
just for softball, he was just really talented with it, and everyone knew it too. Like, oh, Gary's pitching, man. But he's gotten hurt a few times too.
Yeah.
Softball.
Well, yeah, because when that ball comes in off an aluminum bat, man, it hit.
Hmm.
Oh man,
Yeah, yeah.
it's
Actually, there was
ugly.
another time my dad's half metal. He took a line drive right to the face and
Oh,
had his jaw wired shut
oh man.
from softball. I remember him coming home and I thought he had. I'm like, did you get braces? And he's like, oh. He had his jaw wired shut. He had to drink out of,
Oh,
eat out of a straw for like 3 weeks
oh man. Yeah,
playing
I mean,
softball.
you gotta love. I mean, you gotta love. So I see. Yeah, I stopped. I stopped. That's when I stopped playing. When I saw that guy get really injured, that was my last year. Yeah, or else if I would have played, it would have been in the outfield, far away from the ball. I mean,
Right. Yeah.
because at some point, I don't know when I was young, I never thought about it, but at some point when you got to go to work the next day, you're like, yeah, it's
Yeah.
just not worth risking my life over a softball game.
Well, that was the risky part when me and Dave played softball together. It wasn't really so much the softball. It was like we were more on a drinking team.
Yeah.
So
That's
by
what
the time the
ours
game
was.
was over, we were 3 sheets to the wind, and then we'd go to the bar after.
Yeah.
And then I don't remember anything after that, but that was the dangerous part.
Hmm. Yeah. I played on a team for, I think, I don't know. The bar had a name. I don't know what it didn't have a sign. I think it was called Tony's Tavern, but they didn't actually have a sign. So no one called it Tony's Tavern. Outside, it just said liquor, you know? So that's all we ever called the bar was liquor. Hey, we're going to liquor tonight. Okay, liquor. That's what everybody called it because it's all it said outside was liquor. So that's who I played softball for, the liquor team. Yeah.
That's the best name too, liquor.
Yeah.
Liquor.
Hey, you going up to liquor tonight? I mean, everybody just called it that because there's no sign other than liquor. I think, yeah, possibly it was Tony's Tap. So it was somebody's, yes. It had a real name, I guess, but it was a secret because there was no sign. Yeah. It was just
Yeah, there
liquor.
was a few places like that in Detroit we'd go to that I still to this day don't know because same thing, no sign. It was just like everyone knows that that's a bar,
Yeah.
and it
Liquor.
kind of blended in with everything too. It's like, is
Oh,
that a
this,
store?
yeah.
Is that an accountant's office? What?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a bar. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. This place did too. In fact, I didn't know anybody that ever used the front door. Everybody used the back door. no one ever used the front door. I mean, I don't even think if you didn't know about the place, you wouldn't want to walk in the front door. You know,
Right.
it was just everybody knew the place, and we all walked in the back door. But I never, because if it was just the front door would open, you know, it was someone new. You know, but
Yeah.
I can't remember ever seeing the front door open. You know, because it was just it looked dark and it said liquor outside. You know. Yeah.
And that's what's crazy too about out here. You just when you said dark, it just reminded me because not many people out here even know what a dive bar is.
Oh wow. Yeah. That's
But the difference too is out here when you go into a bar, like all right, back there in Midwest, you go to a bar, it's dark, right? You go in and it's the light, it's got that setting, right?
yeah. Yeah.
Any bar you go to here, it's just kind of like well lit, and it's like, are you guys closing? Like, at the end of the night,
Yeah.
they turn the lights on,
Yeah.
They're like, no, why would you say that? It was like six
Well,
in the afternoon. Like,
that's
why is it so bright?
well, it's because they're in Hawaii. They're beautiful people. They're in great shape. Here in the Midwest, we're ugly and in bad shape. So we got to be we got to be in the dark. Steve. We can we can't be in the bright lights.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because when me and Nina first started dating, we went to a bar. Another one that not really a sign. I didn't even know it was a bar, but it was actually kind of dark in there, and I was like, "See, this is what I'm talking about." And she's like, "What?" I'm like, "This is like a dive bar." I'm like, "It's dark, and it's like it's got that atmosphere, And I still don't know what the hell you're talking about. Well, when we go to Detroit, I'll show you.
Yeah,
You'll see the
yeah.
difference.
No problem finding them here. That's for sure. Well, it used to be. I mean, they're starting. Actually, that place that was liquor that was like that. Like someone since then has came in and you know bought the whole half the block and put this big nice new bar in. So a lot of those older places like that, the places where like the all the people that worked in manufacturing and stuff like that, like the blue collar worker bars
Yeah,
were all over Cleveland. I mean, you could find like five of those in between each church, but now they're start as those people are dying off, that those people that would probably go to work after work every day, you know, and have a couple
especially the
beers.
midnight shift. Those guys
Yeah,
going to the bar at like 6 in the morning.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, a buddy of mine still has a bar where he says he makes the most money. He opens up, after third shift gets off at like 6 a.m. He
Yep.
opens then, and he says that's like where he makes most of his money for his bar.
Yep.
Yeah,
I remember going to a bar and I'd pull an all nighter, and this is back in my 20s. Heavy drugs were involved,
yeah,
but
yeah,
it'd be like, dude, all the bars closing, da da da. We go back to his house for a couple hours, party some more, and he'd be like, "Oh, let's go back to the bar." I'm like, nobody's gonna be open. He's like, dude, over in East Dearborn / Detroit by the Ford motor plant.
yeah,
He's like,
yep,
third shift, dude. They get off, the bar's open, and it was one of those bars where the waitresses / bartenders, females, would not have anything on from the waist up. You know what I mean? Those kind of bars.
yeah. I've
So
heard
it
about
wasn't
those
like a
kind.
strip. It wasn't a
I've
strip club,
I've heard of places like that, but yeah, I'm
right?
just kidding. Yeah,
It
I've heard
wasn't a
of that.
strip club, but they weren't fully closed either.
Yeah, yeah,
But we'd show up, and I would think it's like 9 o'clock at night again. I'm like, dude, this place is packed. It's like not
yeah,
even 7 a.m.
yeah. That's one thing they do. Oh, of course, yeah. Vegas are open, but yeah, look, they are packed. Yeah, that third shift crowd gets off work. Yeah, there you go.
When I moved down
It's been a
south,
long time. Actually, it's been a long time since I've been, like you said, like pulling an all nighter and then still going. It's been a long time since I've done that. But
yeah, me too.
it used to be fun, man. That used to be great. Yep.
Right.
Were
I
you
can't
like that?
remember the last time, but
Yeah.
yeah, now that you say that, it used to be fun, but now even if I were to think
Yeah.
about it or attempt it, the first thing I think about is, "Shit, when I do have to wake up,"
Uh-huh. It's
you know
yeah.
what I mean?
You're gonna be dead. But yeah, I remember that. I mean, it used to be a blast when you were like, well, all right, let's keep it going. Yeah. All right,
Yep.
cool.
Like, "I could do this," and you
Yeah.
did, but not now. Hell no.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've had it
Those
a few times where I would just get, like, a second wind or a third wind after a long day of work, and I'm just like, "Yeah." And then an hour later, I'm like, "No, get rid of this second wind, man, because you still gotta wake up early tomorrow," and that's yeah, the couple hours of sleep makes a big difference.
oh yeah. Oh yeah. 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 But yeah, I don't know. Yeah. So yeah, it was a lot easier to do back then, that's for sure. There's no doubt about it.
Oh, yeah. It's gonna be rough for me tomorrow morning because 'cause I'm still thinking about what I gotta do because I have to take Nina and her mom to the airport at, like, 4 AM. So I'm thinking I'm not a morning person, so I'm thinking, "Should I even go to sleep?"
Oh, yeah, yeah,
Or
that's a rough call right there.
it's like, or should I just take a nap? Because 'Cause I'm not a nap person either. If I take a nap, it screws me up. It just throws off my day but should I take a nap, like, at 6 in the afternoon or 7 in the afternoon and then wake up at, like, 10 o'clock PM
Yeah,
and then stay up all night?
yeah, I forgot. It's not only is it 79 degrees there, it's still only what? What time is it? It's still only
2:11.
oh my gosh, you still got you could pull an all-nighter and still get a good night's sleep and, take them to the airport at 4, but you got so much time now.
Yeah, and then even come home and,
Yeah, what are you
take
gonna
another
so
nap and then go to work, you
you
know?
said that, Nina is going to Arizona, huh?
Yep,
How
Arizona.
how long are they going?
Well, Nina's only going for a week, but I know her mom's staying longer, but I'm not sure. But Nina's going for a week.
How are you
'Cause
gonna survive then for a whole week?
I will survive
Yeah, let's hear it.
as
Yeah.
long as I know how to love. I know I'll stay alive. But no, it's gonna be weird because last time when,
Got all
because
my
Nina's
life to live.
her daughter lives on the Big Island with the two grandboys, two of the four grandboys. But
I've got so
I
much
know she
love to
misses her
give.
daughter. So, well, last time I sent Nina to go see her daughter for her birthday, and I remember it was weird because I went to bed and I'm like, it's you get so used to sleeping in the same bed with someone and then they're not there. It's like, what's going on? What
Yep,
the hell?
yep. Yeah, same thing, Steve. 7:12 here, same thing. I mean, we're looking at nighttime here, not Steve. No, he forget it. Yeah,
You're East Coast time. Yeah, with Steve too,
yeah,
7:12.
yeah.
And Dave, I think Dave's not here. Yeah, he's East Coast. He's in Michigan. Creek Squad. That's how I'll get by. Me and Creek Squad will hang out backstage and he'll comfort me.
Oh, there you go. Help support you. Oh, wow. That what Chrissy said. Hey, yikes. I mean, you know, that's
Whoa.
awful. Yeah, awful. I
Wow,
yeah.
that's horrible. Shit.
I was listening to a radio station the other day, and one of the callers called into the host, and he was saying, about that very topic. He was saying, "Wow, what's it really hurting anybody?" Blah blah, going on about who's it? It's not hurting it. Blah. And then a couple callers later called in with the story like that, what Chrissy Cat said, and it's like that puts it into perspective, And I hope that guy,
Yeah.
the couple callers before, you know, it's funny how a problem doesn't affect you until it affects you, and that's horrible. Yeah. Yeah. and it's insensitive, to not think about that. That's just that's terrible. Yeah.
And the trauma, man, for to be that 13,
Yeah. Yeah.
to be that child,
Yeah.
that's man.
No, that's yeah, you would think, earlier when we were talking about, with Jake, we were saying there should be some sort of code, right? Of not
Yep.
stealing, someone else's that's in your same situations stuff. Like there should just be a code. Well, right there's an example. That should be a code, right? That should be a code. Like don't do that, period. You know,
Right,
that
like
that
man,
should be
morals.
yeah, that should be just I mean, for that not to be part of your code, you know, is just I mean, there's no horrible enough words for it,
Slobberjaw. It's if I gotta see Steve's suicidal tendencies to keep him away.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. Yeah, there
You're
you go.
awesome, Slobber.
Yeah, there you go. Do just open up a all suicidal tendencies stream. Maybe, throw in anything like that. I played with them one time. At
Did you play with
yeah,
suicidal tendencies?
yeah,
No
yep.
shit. It's
Yeah,
awesome.
it was them. I'm sure it's pretty easily to look it up. There was I want to say it was a Capitol Theater, something in LA. It was the last night they were doing shows. It was a big wrestling place. But anyway, they did suicide. It was a suicidal tendencies reunion tour. So we played and also so did the Germs, which was great. Yeah. Yeah.
Dude, that is awesome. What are they like off stage? Like, like in real life? They pretty laid back?
Yeah, totally cool. Yeah. I mean, we I think we all had the same dressing room or next to it or whatever. But yeah, they were all very cool. Very cool. Suicidal kind of came in closer to when they played, but the Germs, those guys were there the whole time, and they had a singer at the time. Slobberjaw loves the Germs, and they had the night that we played with them. They had an actor. If Slobberjaw loves them, he'll probably know. They had he was an actor from some sort of soap opera or a Daily Show, I think, that was singing for them. Yeah, yeah. So Slobberjaw will probably know, but yeah, they were great. I always loved them too, and that was kind of one of the luckier shows I did. Yeah, yeah,
That's awesome, man.
yeah,
Those are great stories. I love that kind of stuff. It's
yeah.
because I've
That
never
just
been like a starstruck kind of person. Like to me, it's just like they they have a different career and they're more well known. They're still just a person.
hmm
But it's still like a very successful career and
yeah,
and a cool career. So it's still cool to be able to like meet people. Just
yeah. Most people are obviously cool. Yeah, yeah. I mean, people like them. Uh, the germ, suicidal obviously got so huge, but yeah, they seem very down to earth. And most people are, right? Most people are. You run into a couple jerks here and there, but like you said, it's just yeah, I mean, if you do something long enough, eventually it does pay off. Or also if you do get a big head, generally most people get humbled along the way by at least one or two people, and so that kind of brings you back to you know where you
right.
realize we're all just people. I think a lot of people do get humbled, but you do see people that haven't been humbled yet. Um,
Oh
but
yeah.
but you will in every walk of life. You'll eventually, I don't mean hopefully get humbled, but what I mean when I say hopefully is that you realize, yeah, yeah. I mean, um,
Right. And that goes with anything too. It's because it's I don't want to say power, but kind of. But it's just you get it's like I'm better,
Yeah.
but it's like nope, take it back down.
Yeah.
You're good at doing something, and people like what you do. So
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, most people are very cool. But yeah, definitely so much talent out there for sure. Yeah.
oh, there goes fireworks again.
Maybe someone scored.
Yep,
One sec-
probably.
1 second.
Fire.
I'm gonna
Okay.
shut my mic off for 1 second.
Yeah, slobber jaw. Yeah, ego is ego. Ego. The way I've always lived my life is ego is the enemy. Yeah, there's more fireworks and more fireworks. I don't know if you guys can hear them, but it's just loud. How cute was that with the chicks? What chicks?
Oh, the chicks on rescues. He hatched some chicks today, I think maybe.
Oh, rescued it all right on.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know if that's what they're talking about, but yeah, I was watching it
Probably.
early this morning, about 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock this morning.
Okay, yeah, because she says he's at 6 now. So yeah, it's got to be rescue. That's cool. Well, since we lost our oh
Yeah.
shoot, we only got about 15 minutes left anyway, but since we lost our first guest due to phone complications, which by the way, thank you, Jake,
Yeah.
channel name Homeless in America for coming up. But we'll bring up someone else real quick. He's got a great name, I'll tell you that. His name is
Uh-oh.
also Steve.
Hey, what's
What's
up,
up,
people?
man?
How's it going?
What's going on?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. I hope everybody else is well. I'm enjoying the fact that I got off work early today because of the Super Bowl, and so I'm home. Like I got home before 5 o'clock. Before 5 o'clock, which is like normally I get home about 11 on a Sunday. So it's like sweet.
Yeah.
So I've been
Nice.
digging it.
Nice.
Yeah, I've been digging the conversation. Sorry to hear about your pop, Steve, by the way, and hope he's on the mend, you know, quickly. Thanks for having me.
Right on. Yeah. Thanks for coming out, brother.
Yeah, man. Absolutely.
That is funny, dude. My buddy sent me a picture from I don't know, long time ago. Hold on, I'll see if I can pull it up. I'll have to send it tonight. That's funny. That's a great picture.
All right.
So, what do you think, Steve? Yeah, Super Bowl overrated. Football overrated.
Yeah, the whole sports ball thing. I've just evolved past it, and as well as Hollywood and pop culture. I'm just like all of this is completely manipulated, and we're idiots to buy into any of this fucking shit. It's garbage, right? So they just keep regenerating this stuff and interest in things and trying to sway opinion, and it's just it never ends. It's just nonsense. Like you have to like step back and just look at it for a second. Like I wish everyone would become aware enough to just step back for a second and go, what is this sports ball thing really happening? What's really happening right here? You know what I mean? And actually just see all the revenue and all the manipulation and all the division that it causes. Basically, it's just another way to divide us and provide some kind of xenophobic intolerance against some other person just because they like a different team. You know what I mean? It's just it's craziness.
Good point. Good point.
That's how I feel about it. Anyway.
100%. I remember I was talking to someone about it yesterday. Being from Cleveland, we grew up hating Pittsburgh here in Cleveland.
Sure. Yeah.
And then I always had that attitude. And then I visited Pittsburgh for the first time, and I was like, wow, this is nothing like people are saying.
Right. This place is
This is a
cool.
great
There's cool
town, man.
people.
I love Pittsburgh.
Yes. That is the thing. It like sows this division between
Yeah.
cities and states, and like why? What the fuck, man? We're all just people trying to fucking work and support and our families, and you know what I mean? We all have this common thing, and we're all just like subdivided at every level by this system. And until people like become aware of that fully, there's no hope. You know what I mean? Like what are you gonna do about it? Everybody's Kansas City 49ers. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
you can't break that. You know what I mean? The program runs deep. Just like all of us, right? We're all kind of in the same, you know what I mean? Within 20 years of each other. And ultimately, all the programming that we've had since we were tiny kids till now is just drilled into our fucking subconscious, into our conscious mind
Yeah.
of everything that we perceive. So like all of it is tainted with this like slant that they've provided us. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So like the manipulation is just so fucking, it's insidious what they
It
do
is so true.
with humanity, man.
And we know it's true, because when you snap out of it in any way, shape, or form, and no matter what topic, and then you bring it up to your friends that you used to talk about things normally,
Yeah.
and they haven't woke up yet to those things, they
They think you're insane.
Yeah, they think you're insane.
Yep. Yep. I have this like reoccurring thing, and I want to like just give props to this person who was, when I was probably 19 or 20 years old, this old gray beard who looked a lot like me right now was trying to tell me shit, right? And I was just like not hearing any of it. Just like, you're a crazy old fucker. Get the fuck out of here. You know what I mean? Like, you know everything when you're 20, right? So
Yeah.
I have this like reoccurring thing. I keep talking about it on every time I go on some kind of stream or something. I'm like, dude, listen to that old crazy fucker who's trying to tell you stuff, because even as crazy as it sounds, it's probably really steeped in reality and life experience, and you should take it seriously. Because I wish I had, you know what I mean? Like just the understanding that I would have like so much sooner than now. I'm 56 years old and I've just got here. You know what I mean? I just fucking arrived in this place where I'm like understanding a lot of things all at once, and how deceptive all the schooling and all the institutions and everything is, you know what I mean, that's built in this fucking space, and how it's meant to just control everyone and fucking lane. And like until you become aware of that, you know what I mean, there's not a lot of hope. And this guy tried to tell me when I was like 20. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
take that old dude seriously, or that old
right.
woman seriously, because that
Yeah.
wisdom is invaluable. It will help you through the rest of the time that you have here.
Yeah. And that's how I started waking up to things. That I was into electronics because of my grandpa was into CBs and ham radios and stuff like
Nice.
that, and AM radios, and turning in wave radios and stuff like that. And so at night, as you know, like when I was 11, 12, 13, I would tune in, people really talking, because everybody else was in
Yeah.
bed, and you were picking up some weirdo station where they could talk freely.
Catching
And
the
I
skip.
was I was
Yeah.
like, where are all these smart people during the day?
Yeah.
But it's just, obviously on a corporate radio station, you weren't allowed to express your real opinions. And these people
Right.
were all doing it shortwave, ham radio, CBs,
Right.
some weirdo AM station in the middle of nowhere. But that's when I started waking up that they've been talking about this stuff forever. And then you would try
Mhm.
to bring it up during the day to somebody, and it was like you were a Martian, because they were only
Yeah.
listening to the corporate program stuff. And so, and that's what I used to love about Art Bell and stuff like that. It was like, it was just guys calling in with the strangest stories, and and he would just listen. But now it's become so manipulated, and even the news are talking about it, UFOs now.
Yeah, man. Every aspect of like what was like fringe before is now like mainstream
Yeah,
and just bolstered more and more. You know what I mean? So I don't know. The disinformation is just as fucking prevalent as actual information, and there is no vetting process. Nobody has any critical thinking skills to actually figure out what's actually a fact. You know what I mean? And everything is presented with spin. So it's really hard to even understand what's actually real and what's not. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah,
it's
it's
it's just so backwards. It
yeah.
used to seem like everything was like easy to understand. Hey, baby.
Hey.
Lucky just got back.
Wolverine
hey,
loves radio.
Lucky.
Yeah, I love radio.
Aloha.
Hey, I love radio too. Yeah, hey, Lucky. But you would think that it would be hard for them to find people to work for these stations that would tell these outlandish things. But you know, it just shows that they're probably part asleep, part just doing it for the money. But
Yeah,
you would think if they were awake at all, you would just feel too guilty to report some of these stories.
right. Yeah.
I mean, well,
Dude,
that's also why they El Coro. What's up, El Coro? Good to see you, brother. Sorry,
where
man.
you
Good to
go,
see you, El
Leo?
Coro.
We went to
But that's why they
Walgreens.
came up with the word
You got a
El
conspiracy, right?
Yeah.
They threw the word conspiracy out there. So
You
if
can
you
take
did
him,
start
please.
talking
He's
like, "Oh, you're just a
literally
conspiracy theorist,"
slicing into my jugular vein.
Yeah.
I was thinking
Yeah.
of it
Yeah.
today.
That was a way just to
Best friend from
just
Yeah,
discredit
Kimura.
you immediately, just
That's-
call you that word, and that was it. Yeah. You're discredited. And you know, and that's amazing. That's amazing that they started out that campaign with that particular word, and we all know when that word came into play, right? Um,
Yep. And who invented it? And basically, yeah.
yeah, and it's amazing that they sent that campaign out and it worked, and it was like anybody that questions us is a conspiracy theorist, and that's a bad thing, as if that's a bad thing.
Yeah,
as,
right.
as
Right.
if coming up
Conspiring with your friends to understand information. That's
Yeah.
terrible. Never do that.
Yeah, you guys are insane. Wait a minute. Let me get this straight. You want to hear all the different sides and calculate a possible truth?
Right? You want to
you're
understand
insane.
all the facts? You're
You're
crazy.
insane.
Obviously.
Just listen to what we are telling you.
Listen, we'll tell you what the
all the
facts.
things, whether they're true or not.
I want to, yeah, I
I
want
want to know whether it's true or not, and I want to know all the theories about whether it's true or not.
yeah, I want to
well,
know all the things about it.
I just want to know.
Okay,
what
well, don't worry. We'll come up with a bad word for you if you want to know. the
That's
truth,
right.
All right.
We are
Don't
working
worry.
on it right now.
Yeah, we are going to come up with a word to discredit you and make you look crazy.
It's probably going to have an ISM at the end. Okay. So just get
definitely.
ready.
Absolutely. So get ready to be discredited. Oh my gosh.
Well, here, check this out. This is what my buddy just sent me.
Oh, look at that.
I think that was
it's
like 10 years ago or something.
That's like in A Christmas Story when Ralphie gets under the sink.
I remember that job. I just don't remember. I know it was a while ago, but I remember that job, which is funny because I had to literally crawl underneath there.
anything.
Okay. Is that a lazy Jason? What do you call that in there?
Yeah,
A
right.
lazy
yeah.
Susan, I think.
Susan,
Called
yeah.
it.
Yeah, but
Lazy
I mean, obviously not a Susan. That's like a lazy John or I don't know.
Yeah, I don't. I remember the job, but I don't remember what the job, like why I had to get under there. We were
Looks
running
like you were
tight.
happy though. You were happy to do it.
That's
Yeah,
a
well, no,
lazy Steve right there.
He was like, "I'm going to take a picture, smile," and I just turned around and smiled.
I don't even see a sink up there. So you're just
That is
No, that's what I
classic.
mean. I can't remember what the actual, like, if it was like a drain pipe behind there or something that I'm blocking.
Wow.
And we had to
I
like cut
think
into
that
the
you
wall.
have I think we found a new fetish, and you're
Yeah.
letting us know.
He's just
Yeah.
into corners. He's
I-
into
Uh,
corners and counter corners.
See, I was watching earlier, and then
Yeah,
I left. to go
you're
get
right.
Skylar.
He's probably back there checking his feet out. is what
Yeah.
he's doing.
He's
Oh,
obviously
watching YouTube
feeling
videos.
his feet, checking out the corner
it's
of the counter.
It's
Yeah.
the OnlyFans
It's a-
corner feed.
It's an
Uh-huh.
OnlyFans
It's
thing.
a very
Yeah.
niche thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why he's smiling, because he's making money off it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
Send a self-addressed stamp to
Steve Harloha at
in Hawaii.
corner counter fetish 501.
I could see that being a fun fetish. Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, who gets hurt in this? I mean, what's the crime?
Maybe the person's head. I mean, I'm thinking.
I mean,
you
he
probably
looks like
hit
he
your
has
head.
to duck for a really long time. So
He's
that might,
definitely into it, though. There's no
Yeah.
doubt.
Your,
about it.
your
funny
neck
thing
looks
is,
like it might
I'm
be creepy.
I'm claustrophobic. That's the funny part. I mean, especially
That's
when I get jobs that
part of the kink, right? That's the thing. Is like,
Uh-huh.
it's getting too much.
if I ever get a job that's in a crawl space, man, oh, dude, I freak. I mean, I remember one specifically where I was just like having an anxiety attack and a panic attack.
Oh man,
Oh, there goes Pablo.
I feel
And,
for you, bro.
Wait,
I couldn't even finish the job. I could not finish it because I as soon as I started getting halfway into the crawl space, like I was freaking out. I'm like, I can't. Like the house is gonna fall on me. I just had this feeling like, dude. But
Yeah.
So I have an idea. I think that picture is priceless, and that you should put it up on your community tab and tell people that they need to meme it. And the best meme is going to win some kind of prize.
Sure, that's a good idea.
there you go.
Yeah.
I'll
that's a
do
good
that.
idea.
I think that really that picture needs that picture needs some love and
It's a solid
and,
picture.
And I think that it could be a fun contest.
There's a lot of vibration coming out of that smile underneath that countertop. I think.
Yeah, that's right.
And then you can have people vote on which meme wins. Like,
The last time I had a any kind of like MRI thing, I was inside the one that like it was really tight on my shoulders, and I had that same exact experience where I was just like, oh my god, I am gonna fucking freak the fuck out if you don't let me out of here right now.
Yeah.
I mean, just as bad as it ever was. Like I never had that before, or since really. But being in that confined thing for that amount of time, and the lady's like, just another couple minutes, and I'm just like, no, let me out now. I'm gonna fucking lose it. I'm just like right at the edge of freaking out, like really breaking down. I've never had like claustrophobia in my whole life until that time in the MRI thing. The last time I had one.
When I have to go in the MRI
it
machine,
scared the fuck out of me.
They have to give me
That was
Valium
horrible.
because I'm claustrophobic as well. And I also have to have Benadryl because I'm allergic to the contrast dye, and I have had
Jesus.
surgery in my back.
You must be fucking buzzed.
Benadryl and Valium together makes me like completely on cloud nine. I mean, I am just like,
I would have preferred Cloud 9 to anxious feeling, man. Oh my god. I never had anxiety like I don't have anxiety. I've never taken Valium or Xanax or anything for it.
It's the Benadryl with it that makes all the difference.
But I'm just saying, like in normal life, I've never experienced that until being in that situation, and it was just overwhelming. I was just like, oh, now I understand what an anxiety attack is. Like this is fucking holy shit.
I've had a lot of MRIs since 2000.
And I know that exact feeling because that's like that one job I was talking about. It was so well. Plus, I mean, we were like going on our 14th hour of working, just trying to get that job done. It was nighttime. It was dark, but still just being, there's only like 2 inches. You're on your stomach, crawling on dirt, and there's only like 2 inches between your back and the,
You just feel like it. You're going to be squished. It's just
it's like if something were to happen, I can't move quick enough.
Yeah,
van life.
Like I can't get out of here fast enough if it does start to collapse. I can't. What am I gonna do? Yep. So your like fight or flight thing kicks in. Like
I mean, it's
very
real
quick though.
Fear, but.
I know I mentioned earlier that on March 3rd. Our guest is going to be my best friend that I grew up with and know my whole life. Dave's not here, man. But let's get a sneak peek today.
Let's do it.
Here he is.
Hey, Dave's not here. Dave's not here.
Wait, if he's not here, where the hell is he?
I know. He's not here. That's
what's
for sure.
up, brother?
Open up, man.
Dave's
That
not here,
Leo
man.
working.
Nah, Dave's not here, man.
It's me, Dave. I got the
Closet
Oh
fool.
man, Dave's not here.
Is it working?
It's working. We can hear it.
Yep.
Leo, no, that wasn't real. That wasn't real, Leo.
Our dog is
Can
barking.
you
'cause
hear me?
He thinks Dave's
Yep.
here.
Yeah.
We can hear you. Can you
Gotcha,
hear
Dave.
us? Can you hear us?
Hey man, I'm in your closet, fool.
Yo, open up. I got the stuff.
He's in that tiny cabinet in the kitchen in the corner. Go look.
He's in the kitchen counter.
You man. Somebody just stole the thing that I just stole.
Yeah, Van Life's got a good
Orale.
idea. Maybe people could reenact your photo, Steve, and post it in your community tab.
That's an excellent idea. I like
They
that.
can
would be
reenact
great.
your under the
Reenact the photo.
yeah.
Get
cupboard.
inside your cabinet,
footprint.
Okay, what?
people.
Not everyone has those cabinets.
Yeah,
Well,
then
everybody who does.
Yeah,
Get
that's
then the
part of it.
lawsuits start
get
coming
I have
in.
no idea what I'm doing.
I used to have
So,
I
I don't think Dave can hear us.
Bonus
Can you hear us, Dave?
Yeah, it's all delayed and I'm still learning.
Oh,
As you
you
can
know
tell.
what? You got to turn the YouTube off. You'll still be up here, but you got to turn the YouTube off.
Yep.
So leave the StreamYard open, but turn the YouTube off. Or mute the YouTube.
You'll be golden. Because we can
Yep.
hear you perfectly.
Yep.
All right, I'm gonna work on stuff in the living room.
What did you just feed me? It was like peanut butter.
But yeah, that's when lawsuits would come in, man, because people would be like, I was trying to reenact that photo, and I got stuck underneath the cabinet, and the
It was
fire
a
department had to come.
Lucky Burrito said you should do it.
No, I didn't. I said you should meme it.
And
It should be a meme.
I was stuck there with my no shoes on and my feet hanging out.
That's right. Everybody was laughing at me because I was under the kitchen counter.
Next
Yeah,
thing we knew, it was viral on TikTok.
A couple people came up and were worshiping my feet. It was horrible.
It was terrible. I had to get on OnlyFans immediately. I made $1,700, but
Right.
it was just, it was shocking. It was just
That will barely
Traumatic.
cover my therapy.
Yo,
Yep. Is that better? Can you? Or is it still delaying, Dave?
no, it's not delaying. It's just I can't hear you guys barely.
Oh shoot. You have headphones, or are you on your phone? First of all.
I was on the computer on headphones. I switched to the phone. It's better now, except for I can't hear you.
If you have headphones, you should be able to hear better. But
It's all good. We'll work it out for next time.
cool. But yeah, when you're on your computer or phone, if you got YouTube running in the background, it'll throw it off. So you can still have YouTube on, but I always mute it. Like I got YouTube on now, but it's muted. Cause what is it, like a 9-second delay?
Yeah, it's bizarre. Like I said, Odele like 5 minutes before it came through. It was crazy.
So what's good, man? Good to hear your voice. Well, we just talked the other night for like 4 hours, but
It's like in the 40s here. Nothing major going on. They're watching the football game in the other room. I could care less. It's all rigged.
I know that's right.
If I had to look at Taylor Swift one more second, I was gonna puke.
Are they still like popping her up throughout the whole thing?
Yeah, they took bets on it to see how many times they were gonna pull her up during the sports.
More money, more.
And they
bets,
they have a bunch of Taylor Swift type side bets too. Yeah, it's crazy. Like named after her songs. They have. I don't know. One of her songs is called 22. So they have a bet that if someone with the number 22 will score a point. So they have like all these Taylor Swift side bets. Yeah. Crazy.
I think Drake had like a 1.29 million on her or something. I was reading.
Wow.
dude. And if I'm correct, I don't know. I never really watched, but wasn't she like a nobody and she won American Idol and that's what launched her career?
No,
No?
she
I think it's somebody
actually
else.
Toby Keith signed her to his record label.
Oh, okay. I'm thinking of somebody else then.
Yeah, rest in peace, Toby, man.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I think he put out her first album, I think.
And then she just sings about breaking up with her last boyfriend, right? Basically.
Yeah, I think so.
I've never listened to her, so I don't know. I'm sure I've heard her songs and I'd be like, oh, that's Taylor Swift. Okay.
She's like dominating the world right now. She's like the biggest touring act in the fucking world for like the last 5 years. She's a fucking monster. She's
So-
an economic force. If she comes to your town will be doing better.
Yeah,
Like literally, it's fucking wild.
and they have like this Beatlemania phenomenon going on, where people will go like I assumed young people go and they get worked into such a hysteria that they can't even remember what they just experienced.
Yeah, there's crazy stuff happening. Like there's a frenzy.
Yeah.
And like this woman is capitalized. She's banking, bro. Like the money.
Oh,
look
I
at
can't
the
even
money
imagine.
she's making. It's fucking insane. Nobody is touching her. Nobody's coming close. Like there's huge acts, certainly, but nobody's even close to Taylor Swift right now. Dead Company is not even fucking touching her numbers. It's crazy.
Oh yeah.
I had a conspiracy theory about her that she's going to try to win and elected at some point. She's going to come out.
Yeah, look at
that roboted a
She's
little
got
bit.
a huge sway with the young kids. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, she says everybody vote for Joe. Fucking everybody votes for Joe.
Yep.
You know, whatever it is, whatever the thing is.
Well,
but
you saw what her
she's
boyfriend
definitely-
did.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Same. It's just they're all players. Every one of them.
Yeah. I was gonna say her boyfriend, right? Like that's not staged.
I don't
they're
know.
really like boyfriend girlfriend and like head over heels over each other, right?
I always thought Jay-Z and Beyonce were like just a money making machine.
Is Taylor a Rothschild fucking mechanism? Like that's what people are saying.
It's in the chat.
Oh yeah, and then Ronnie even said. I thought Ronnie said one time she was a Rothschild.
Definitely big money, like making stupid money.
Ridiculous money. Like who even needs that much money?
It's crazy. Her tour, it comes to a town and it just like literally, because it's so big, it exponentially increases everyone's wealth around it. It just there's
all the small businesses, everybody that
everybody does better in the town because there's more people there. There's more revenue, just because she's in that town.
Isn't that crazy how one person can have that much effect?
Yeah, it's huge.
Is she a David Lee Rothschild? David Lee Rothschild?
David Lee Rothschild, yes. Diamond David.
There we
Lee
go. That's
Rothschild.
pretty cool.
Diamond David.
Yeah. It only makes sense with the double Dave and the double Steve going on. Come on.
David Lee Rothschild.
Crushing.
No shit. I didn't even put that together. Got double
Running
Dave,
with the devil.
double Steves.
They said he was Diamond Dave. Come on, people.
Yeah,
Let's get them.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
Come on, man.
David Lee
This
Rothschild.
is like the funnest podcast I've been on in a minute. Thanks, Steve Harloha.
Come on,
Thank
man.
you for coming out, brother.
Come on now.
Oh, come on, man. Come on.
Come on, man.
David Lee Rothschild.
Oh.
These are my people for sure.
Might as
Everybody
well
said,
jump.
come on, man, like at least 4 times just now. That's just
Come
nature.
on, man.
Thanks, Dave.
The hell you say?
Come on now.
Come on, man.
Come
Everybody
on.
simmer down. Simmer down now.
Come on, man.
Come on,
Calm
please.
down.
Come on.
Oh, hell no.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
You just had them?
Nobody got time for that.
Oh man, that's one of my favorites that they ever did. That and that lady was from Cleveland too with the fire. Ain't
Yep.
nobody got. Oh man, it's a fire.
Here's a bar.
And when they did that into a tune, man, that was so funny.
What was
Ain't
the other
nobody
one?
got time for that. Ain't
What was the
nobody
other
got
one that
time
I
for
think
that.
was from Cleveland too? It was the
Oh,
gosh, she's like
the-
I had ribs with that dude.
yeah. Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Sh- we knew someone wasn't right when a pretty white girl come running up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what it is. Yeah, that was Cleveland too, wasn't it?
yeah, that was Cleveland. Yeah,
It-
that was the three girls that.
I'm
Yeah,
not sure why Cleveland is the funniest of like
it just
all the little Family Guy things. Like it literally is, and it has the best references.
yeah,
It was like the alt to the fucking original or something. Like this is
yeah, that's
way funnier than what they are letting us say. On
yeah,
the other show.
yeah, yeah. No,
oh, that's what it is.
Yeah,
Wolverine's dead giveaway.
dead
Dead
giveaway. Yeah,
giveaway.
that was Cleveland. That was right downtown Cleveland. Yeah,
yeah.
dead giveaway. Yeah, that guy was like he was like he was famous here for a minute or two because they brought in Anderson Cooper to interview him.
Come
Oh my
on,
gosh.
man.
Come on, man.
Dead
Exactly.
giveaway. Dead
More
giveaway.
fireworks. A lot more fireworks.
Oh my gosh, that was
Hey, bro, that
was
might
fun.
be North Korea.
Dude, the crazy part is the amount of money everyone out here spends on fireworks because they're illegal. So, like,
Ain't nobody
it's
got time for that.
ain't nobody got dead giveaway.
It's a dead giveaway.
Well,
They're
what
letting
had
off all
happened
these
was,
fireworks because their team scored a touchdown. They're
Uh-huh.
spending money on fireworks because their team scored a touchdown.
You know what was
I don't get it.
the other great mashup song was the Charlie Sheen one where he said he was tiger blood and stuff. That one was so funny, man. I'm a rock star from Mars. Remember that one with Charlie Sheen?
Yes.
Whatever happened to Charlie?
That's like
Sheen?
pre-crackhead Charlie Sheen. Like
It's like, are you on drugs? I'm on winning.
can't
Yeah.
I think that
No.
is, that might be actually prime time Charlie Sheen on drugs.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I'm
I might have been off on my estimation there.
I'm winning.
Yoo-hoo.
Oh, you still there, Dave?
Can you guys hear me or no?
I can hear Dave.
You know, this whole time I'm a dumbass. I've been holding the mic button to talk.
Oh,
Yeah. Smack me in the face.
whoops.
Somebody smacked Dave T. God damn
Please.
I'm
it.
gonna get Dave. Dave's son.
There's
Yeah.
me laughing at Dave.
Dave,
Yeah.
get under the cabinet, okay? Just get in there with Steve and
I'm like, why are these guys ignoring what I'm saying, man? Little bullshit.
hey, how come they can hear me? What the
Get-
fuck is happening?
Because Dave's not here, man. Dave's not here.
I've done that before, though. The mic was muted and I wouldn't realize it. And I'd be like, are they not hearing anything? And then I'm like, oh, no, they're not hearing anything.
Yeah.
I did that for about 5 or 6 minutes while you guys were talking earlier. And then Lucky was like,
Oh, I
"Are you
thought you were
muted?
just,
Could
I
they hear
seen you were muted. I just thought you were muted and talking to Lucky.
Yeah, I was
you were
at first,
actually-
and then I forgot, of course, because I'm a stoner.
Right.
I totally spaced it. What are you gonna do? This is. I don't. Yeah. Yeah. I've had a couple of these.
Yeah. Are you on drugs? I'm on winning.
Well, let me put my
winning.
glasses on so I can read it.
Clearly winning right here. Rocket to ruin, ladies and
There
gentlemen.
you go. Look at that. Rocket.
Those are
Rocket
good.
Ruin.
Get you some. Get you some.
I've never even heard of
I
that.
got you those yesterday.
What's the other one? Can you give me a can? The other can?
Come on, man.
Come on, man.
Oh, man.
Come on, man. I had this other one too from this Beard Brewing Company,
Which is local.
which is local to us, and I was like, beard, of course. Let's do
Oh,
that.
there you go. Yeah, you got to drink
Right,
that.
and
Yeah.
it's called the Riff.
Oh, there you go.
Yes.
No, that's cool.
Oh my God, a double IPA. It's what does it say? 8 point something.
It's
Oh,
blingy.
shit.
Yeah, it's got a nice Gibson guitar on the hollow body on the front there. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a beautiful can, and they're only like $18 for 4 of them.
These ones are 9.5.
Oh, there you
Yeah,
go.
but 8 point something% alcohol volume.
Yeah.
Man, shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's like it's 2 in 1. You know,
they're
really,
definitely real. Like they're definitely
Yeah, it's
men
real.
beer.
they are man beers. Like 2 of those, and you're like, woo, let's go on Steve Harloha's
Did you
show.
show
And
the
get
Yeah,
started.
right,
picture
yeah.
on the side?
You know,
That the
Riff.
Hey, because
Don't
mine's
go
only
to the store.
this is only
like the cars
5%.
and
Man,
so this
beer.
this portion of Buzz Steve is brought to you in part by Beard Brewing Company, Groton, Connecticut.
Yeah, that was a good plug. I like that.
Yeah,
Thank
very
you.
good.
Thanks, Dave.
maybe one
This
day
other one is Two Roads Brewing. They're quite good too.
a local-
Send me a free case, please.
Yes,
Right.
please, Mr. Two Roads. Can you please just rock it to ruin? And I think
Imperial
that
Cold
the name is
Sponsorship
apt. You know, the name is apt. Look at the percentage on this fucking thing. Hello.
Dang, 9.5. Wow.
There you go.
What?
That'll
Yeah,
get
I
you where
got
you're
him a
going.
6-pack of those,
Like
and
a
I'm
rocket.
like, all right.
Speaking of
My
She's
baby
wanting to
loves
put
it.
you to sleep, brother.
Speaking
Yeah.
of sponsors, shout out to TellowDreamCream.com. Promo code Aloha, you get 15% off. So
Nice.
Tello Dream Cream. I like it. Tello Dream.
Tello Dream Cream for men and women. So don't think that's like, oh, that's all that fancy stuff for ladies.
Right.
No, they got good stuff right there.
Yeah.
Also,
Shaving cream, pine tar deodorant, bourbon cream, sweet tobacco cream.
damn.
Come on, honey. Hand
Also,
over the
I
cream.
wanted
Share
I
the
wanted to
cream.
mention that since everybody is doing the advertising thing, LuckyBurritoArt.com has 20% off everything in the store right now, and all kinds of groovy shit. Go check it out. LuckyBurritoArt.com.
I love the name. I love the name. Lucky Burrito. That's a great name.
Yeah,
It's
I love
better-
the
It's
girl.
much better than wet burrito, right?
Yeah,
It-
Lucky Burrito.
Well, I mean, depends on
There's
the
a good
situation.
chance-
I'm just gonna
Yeah,
say,
there's a good chance a wet burrito did get lucky. So you could.
it does depend on how. Depends on the girl or the situation
Yeah.
or the food, I guess.
Yeah. LuckyBurrito.com.
Great.
LuckyBurritoArt.com. Yes,
LuckyBurritoArt.com.
there's a lot of variables.
And what was your cream, Steve? I got to check that out.
I don't know. Do
Tello,
we have creams?
Tello
Oh, there's
Tello Dream
Tello.
Cream.
Tello cream.
Tello
Dream.
Dream Cream.
Is that like a nipple balm? Because I need some of that. It's cold here in Detroit.
Oh
I
man.
got it
Yeah,
right
they-
here. Deodorant. I wear this deodorant every day. Tello Dream Cream.
It looks
Nice.
great. Where do they make that? Where's that? Where'd you get a hold of
Made
that?
in the USA. I'm not sure what state. I do know what state, but I just can't think of. I'd have to look. But made in the USA. It's family owned,
That's cool.
family operated.
I like
And her name's Tiffany.
What do it
And
smell
cheese.
like, Steve?
That one smells like lemon.
Ooh, nice.
Ooh.
But then
Like
there,
that.
I have another one that
I
doesn't
love it.
have any odor or whatever. It doesn't smell like anything. It's just deodorant. And then I have for Nina, I got a lot of the stuff.
That's
Body
cool.
butter, which is really good.
Ooh, body butter.
Oh,
You
that
could
smells-
use that on your
That
nipples.
sounds
Dave, I
sensual.
bet.
Like
Yeah, here you go,
Dave.
Dave. You can use this on your
Use that
nipples.
on your nipples.
Dave
yeah.
could put that on his
No,
nipples
it's
for
really
sure.
good. Oh, we love Dave.
Dave
Oh,
went to
Dave
rub
got-
some of that on his nipples.
Mhm.
Dave was like, "Man, I'll be
Obviously.
right back, dude. I'm doing that right now."
yeah.
Obviously, Dave's like, I'm out.
Yeah.
Give me that. Give
It's
me that.
He's
nipple
like,
time,
"Oh, I
boys.
can rub that on my nipples. That's all you had to say."
Yeah. It's nipple time,
Come on,
boys.
man.
It's nipple time, boys.
I'm supposed to be doing stuff in the other room. And I
All
keep
right, bro.
coming
You
in
got
here.
me excited with the cream thing, and I
Nipple
took
time.
myself offline.
Nipple
You had me
time,
at
boys.
nipple. I'm like, oh, nipple?
He said nipple cream.
Nipple cream?
Yeah.
God damn.
Nipple
Yeah,
cream.
because they get chafed here in Detroit when it's cold. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah. Yeah. I feel you, Dave. I
Yeah, you
live
know.
in Connecticut. It gets
Yeah.
cold up there. You know.
Little
Oh, yeah,
rough
yeah.
on the nip.
Some inner thigh cream.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want it to
Anything
get
to
dry and
offset the
crack up.
chafing. You know?
I like it though,
chafing
Steve. I
warm.
like that. I like you got a cream spot. We got cream. What does the burrito the
The burrito has like all your handmade clothing and jewelry needs, like anything you want to ornament something or have a groovy Grateful Dead hood or some all kinds of
wow,
things. There's lots of stuff there.
that's
Yeah.
fantastic. I'll have to check
Yeah.
both those out. The
She's
cream
a
and
she's a, a sewist.
yeah,
Sewist. She makes stuff and jewelry and things.
that's awesome.
She finds river blast stuff in the river, like local
Yeah,
to us, and like
yeah,
pulls it out of the river and makes fucking cool shit out of it.
yeah.
So
Nice.
that's our thing. So please check it out, people.
Yeah, I like it. Indie, it's indie. I think the noise is the guitar. It's the guitar.
It is. It is. I'm sitting here with messing with shit.
Yeah, it has like a buzz. That's just what guitar chords do. That's what they do.
All right. Let me eliminate that. Is it
There,
gone now?
yeah.
Boom. We're
Look
there.
at that. Cause, solution, cause and solution. Yeah, it's the amp. Yeah. Yeah, I
it's
love
gone
when
like
the amps sometimes you get lucky when they pull in like a Japanese radio station. That's always like a bonus to the amp, you know.
Right. You're like, oh, what is that? Oh, it's
Yeah.
Nagasaki.
Yeah.
That's
Oh
nice.
no, Godzilla's attacking. Oh, that's a great. Did you guys see that new Godzilla movie?
No, I haven't seen that one yet.
It's made by the
Mhm.
original company Toho.
Oh shit.
oh
It
nice.
was yeah, it was really good. Yeah.
Sick.
Yeah. Are you going to play a song, Steve?
I will certainly. Don't threaten me with a challenge because I will.
I don't know.
I will
Yeah.
try. I will try it.
Speaking of, for anyone that is watching the replay on this, shout out to you and thank you for watching the replay.
Yeah, it's the future now,
Oh, I
right?
This
heard.
is called the nipple song.
Yeah.
I just heard a little bit of a James Taylor chord right there. I don't know why.
Uh-oh.
The old
And you know,
G.
James, every time I hear James Taylor, Dave T, I think of mom, dude, because I know how much mom loves James Taylor, and
You
my
got to
whole
call
life
her,
every
bro.
time I hear,
She's getting pretty sick. Give her a call.
yeah, definitely will,
Yeah.
definitely.
I can't play James Taylor on my guitar at all, dude. He's just so good.
He is ridiculously good, man. What a good player. And
I can't
beautiful
even
voice.
attempt his finger picking. I mean, his fingernails literally are just for picking his guitar. They're pointed.
I feel
Yeah,
Steve's next YouTube clip coming.
It's witchcraft, I'm pretty sure.
Mm-hmm.
How he does that.
Nipple
See?
cream.
It
Yeah.
could be.
Steve knows me good.
Yeah. Nipple cream.
Yeah.
He should. Steve should have a few cuts from this episode of.
Oh yeah,
If you
as
guys
soon as I
are-
heard that's why Steve knows me good, because as soon as I heard nipple cream, I'm like, that's going in a short.
No, don't do it to me.
Yeah, I think
You do
Steve
not
got
have my
a.
consent.
That's one of those moments I can't take back now. Damn it.
Yeah, Steve's got definitely a few clips there in tonight's show.
And I've been using a new app, CapCut, which is pretty badass. Creek Squad knows about it. I was showing them last night. Pretty impressive stuff.
Well, and I'm real proud to have googly eyes in one of the cuts. So that's great.
Oh man, that's so funny because when I was making that video, it was like perfect. But then after I like, okay, I'm done, and then I watched it after I already posted it, I was like, I shouldn't have did that part. So I kind of feel bad about that part.
I think it's great. It's like me and Roger Rabbit have something in common now.
But it's only because you were saying, am I going insane?
Yeah, no, I get it.
you
Yeah, I
know,
like it.
It went with what
Who's
you were
that?
saying.
I like it.
You are now famous.
Yeah,
Right.
me and Roger Rabbit both had the googly. I like it.
David's
Yeah.
always been
Whoa.
famous. David toured with
I can't wait to go back and watch it now with the googly eyes.
Our pal Mike here has googly eyes as
Oh,
well.
look at that! Yeah,
There you
so
go.
you could
And
trust a
fuck
guy with googly
earrings.
eyes.
You can get these earrings on luckyburritoart.com by this.
burritoart.com.
Man, you guys got some cool sponsors. The burrito store, the cream store. I got to get a cool sponsor.
I'm liking that green
I
thing,
know.
dude.
I know. It's great.
Mike. His name is Mike.
I want to touch it, Mike. Can I
Mike.
touch it?
He's got a big fatty too. He's burning it
Oh,
down.
yeah,
I was
Mike's all
going
right.
for the backside, brother, but that's all.
Oh man. All right. So let's see. Here we are. There's a young cowboy who lives on the range. His horse and his cattle are his only companion. He works in the saddle and he sleeps in the canyon, waiting for summer, his pastures to change. And as the moon rises, he sits by his fire, thinking about women and glasses of beer, closing his eyes as the doggies retire. He sings out a song which is soft but it's clear, as if maybe someone could hear. So good night, you moonlight ladies. Rockabye, sweet baby James. Deep greens and blues are the colors I choose. Won't you let me go down in my dreams and rockabye, sweet baby James. Good night, you moonlight ladies. Rockabye, sweet baby James. Deep greens and blues are the colors I choose. Won't you let me go down in my dreams and rockabye, sweet baby James. Now the 1st of December is covered in snow, and so was the turnpike from Stockbridge to Boston. Though the Berkshires seem dreamland on account of that frosting, 10 miles behind me and 10,000 more to go. There's a song that they sing when they take to the highway, a song that they sing when they take to the sea, a song that they sing of their home in the sky. Maybe you can believe it if it helps you to sleep, but singing works just fine for me. So good night, you moonlight ladies. Rockabye, sweet baby Jane. Sweet dreams and blues are the colors I choose. Won't you let me go down in my dream and rockabye, sweet baby Jane. Rockabye, sweet baby James.
Wow.
right on, dude.
That's amazing, man. That was great.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah. Wouldn't have minded. Kept going a few more verses. It was great.
And
That
and
was
uh
fantastic, man.
and Dave's not here, man. That's your brother's name too, right, James? Brother Jim. But I'm gonna make, if you don't mind, Steve-O or Stever, I'm going to clip that video and send it to Dave's mom because she's not well right now, and James Taylor I know is her favorite musician. Man, they're having a hell of a party across the street, that's for sure.
Steve's muted. You're muted.
Oh
Steve.
yeah, I think Steve's. I don't know. Well, he's
Yeah, that
not
was nice,
muted,
man.
but
I was trying to hook it up to
Steve,
my speaker, but it won't Bluetooth.
right, but Steve Color's not muted, but we still can't hear him.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate your kind words, and please share that with anybody who will like it.
Yeah, that was fantastic.
I'm definitely gonna clip that
Sweet.
for sure.
Steve, don't put any googly eyes on that performance.
Well, I don't have
That would
to.
be-
They're already there.
That
They're
would be
all right
inappropriate.
there.
That would be
You know
inappropriate.
what's really funny is Lucky made me put a new eye on Mike because Mike lost an eye somehow, and I don't know. He gets into a lot of stuff, I guess, when we're not watching,
Yeah.
and ultimately he lost an eye. He was one eye short, and so I put this other one, this larger one. Hopefully,
Yeah, I like it. Yeah,
he could
I
see
like
better.
it. I love imperfections. I love it.
Yeah, I think
Oh, we
he's
lost Steve again.
Isn't that funny though? That you can start. You could have you grow an attachment towards Mike or anything else that you own like that. Just you got to take care of it. Got to get the eye fixed. Take it to the eye doctor.
You can't just
To
let
the
it
eye
go.
doctor.
No,
He was missing an eye, man. He
Yeah.
had a joint and one eye. What the fuck?
right. That doesn't make
right.
sense. That does
It's like-
not make sense.
It's like, fuck, man. Come on. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
Jeez.
So Mike, you had to get Mike repaired. I like it. I like it with two different eyes like that.
I'm into mic repair, really. If anybody needs any mic repair, just hit me up. I don't
Fantastic.
know. I don't know
As
anything
long as
about
you're-
mics other than this mic.
As long as you're
And-
not David Lee Roth's child.
David
I
Lee
definitely am
Rothschild. It's
I
the
definitely
David Lee
am.
Rothschilds that are in control of everything.
It's true.
You might as well jump.
You might as well. And it's the system of a Downs. The Dows. They own everything.
Oh, right.
Most-
Yeah.
all the
yeah.
rest of that the Rothschilds don't own and the Rockefellers don't own. The Dows do.
Yeah. I hear about those system of doubts. Yeah.
Big system of a Dow. It's the part.
I
of the
say we go up there and gank them all and take their money.
Yeah.
Let's go. I'm with you, Dave.
Unfortunately, all the David Lee Rothschilds know karate and they're always waving that sword
and
around.
they're so
waving that
fit.
sword. Yeah.
They all do yoga and stuff. They eat health
Yeah.
food. They're super
Yeah.
fit.
Yeah.
Will
They've
kick
studied.
your ass.
Yeah. They've studied
Yeah.
different.
Yeah,
That's
but
why
I
you
know
beat 'em.
how to distract them, dude. All you got to do is give them Taylor Swift tickets.
Oh, there you
there
go.
you go.
There you go.
Shit.
And they eat the bugs. They
could
eat
have been-
the
we
bugs.
could-
Bug. That's right.
Come on, man.
Come on,
Come
man.
on,
We
man.
can use.
They're all Klaus Schwab friends, man.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
All those David Lee Rothschilds, they're all.
David Lee Rothschilds.
That was Fred Flintstone.
Like the wind. that was fucking that was Klaus Schwab hauling
Say,
ass.
say something mean that sound was like the Fred Flintstone where he's doing the car but he can't move. It's kind of like Biden trying to think.
Yes. That's the sound.
Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit.
Oh,
Sound that happens when I drive any other vehicle besides
sorry if that wasn't okay.
All right. I have to do let me see this. Stop cam? What's that gonna do? All right.
Sometimes it may be good.
It happens. Yeah, it happens.
So sometimes when I'm alone, I wear stretchy pants. It's for fun. Yeah, I'm gonna have to change this photo for sure.
I don't know who said that, but I agree. Yeah.
That was actually a line from Nacho Libre, the movie.
Oh, that's
Jack
right.
Black.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Nacho Libre. Okay.
Yeah, that was a pretty good movie. You can't have
That's-
these chips. These are the Lord's chips.
Yeah,
See,
that's a whole different.
I went to the eye doctor last week and it didn't work out too good.
Let's see. We can't. Oh, whoa. Look at- oh, gee. Whoa.
They
Hey.
told me.
Steve needs some mic repair. Definitely
Oh,
needs mic
snap.
repair.
AI done took over, Steve.
We got to rub some of that cream on that, Steve.
I need the dream. Hello, dream cream.
Use
Wait.
some of that cream.
Just put your eye in real close to my nipple. Lean in
Gently
real
now.
slow.
Rub it gently now.
One quick
That's
poke.
That's another fetish. That's another fetish.
I don't know. Sometimes after you had a couple beers, and you don't pee for a while, and then you pee, it is the most glorious thing that could ever happen to a person.
Yeah.
I don't know why that is.
Well, it makes you realize how good you feel when you don't have to pee. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? Right.
Yeah.
I don't understand why sometimes after you've had like a couple of beers, maybe 3 beers, okay? Let's say you've had one 16 ounce and you've had two 12 ounces and you're feeling all right. And then you go and pee and it feels like the most excellent thing that you could possibly be doing in your life.
Yeah,
At
it's like when you've been
56,
waiting and waiting.
I'm 56 years old. This is the best fucking thing that I've done lately. You know what I mean? Is just have that pee be so successful. Like, right on.
Or
I'm
it's like if
proud
you
of,
like with
I'm
me,
kind of
I'm
proud
on
of
my way
myself.
home and I'm like, oh my God, I gotta piss. And then the closer you get to the bathroom, it's like, not yet, we're not there yet. And then
We
you're like,
are almost there. Not quite. Yes, hold on. Yeah.
and it's the
And
best
then when
like
you
45
go, you're like,
seconds of your life.
I'm a fucking hero because I did not pee myself. And
Yeah.
you know what I mean? And you completed the thing. You completed the mission. You're like a Marine that fucking just
Yeah.
took over an enemy camp. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like, you're a fucking hero at that point.
I did a job once for this 80-year-old guy, and I asked him, I said, what's the best thing in your life right now? You know, because you're 80 years old, you lived a long life. What's your favorite thing to do? He says, son, a good bowel movement is my favorite thing in life.
It's a wise man right there, Dave.
And I just looked at him like, really? He said, yeah, man.
Uh-huh.
You'll feel good. You feel great afterwards. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to probably check out at 60.
Yeah. I mean, what are you going to aspire to from 60 to 80? Really, that's going to fucking amount to shit.
Pain.
Except, really having a successful fucking bowel movement. And
a
like
nice
cleaning the whole
walk,
tract out.
bowel movement, nice walk, maybe a really nice sleep, a really
Yeah.
cool nap.
Sleep, man.
Afterwards,
That's
you could have a
what I
nap.
want.
Yeah.
You could have a good pee and then a nap.
Yeah.
I'll
Maybe
go in
even
there and jump in Steve's jacuzzi there.
Yeah, that'd feel good.
Oh yeah,
my
what
God.
oh yeah, that's right.
And hopefully not pee in there, but
right.
Yeah.
Obviously.
You don't want to start combining the two.
Yeah.
or the
Definitely
three.
don't drop the bomb
That's
in
a
the
recipe for
jacuzzi.
disaster.
Yeah. Don't start combining the good feelings. Yeah. Don't pee on the good walk or in the nap. Yeah.
Right.
Dave T, do you remember this growing up when I had that in Dearborn Heights house on Lawrence, the swimming
Yeah.
pool, and my dad had that sign that said, "Welcome to the OOL."
Ooh,
OOL.
yeah.
Notice there's no
Notice the
P in
P's
it.
not in it.
That was
Yeah.
the best shit, man.
Love
That's
your
a
dad,
fucking
man.
great one. Oh man.
I got a
Your dad's a
picture of me
legend. That's
coming
fucking
down the
great.
slide.
hmm
You hear that?
I know what picture you're talking about.
Welcome to the
Yep.
OOL. There's no P.
Yeah. And they hated when we jumped off the roof into the
Love
pool. I know that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there was a tree in the front corner of the house that was just it grew just perfect, like because for what 12 at the time, 13, 14 years old, you could just put 1 foot here, 1 foot there, 1 foot there, boom, you're on the roof. And we used to
Nice.
always go up on the roof, walk across to the back, and there was like an awning, and then you jump off the awning into the pool. Yeah, I used to get grounded a lot for doing that.
I think that was
It
our
was fun.
smoking spot.
Yeah, we used to smoke up there, and I think we drank up there a few times.
When the blizzard of 78 hit in New England and I was 10,
Yeah.
my sisters window opened up on top of the garage. So like it was a second story window that just like was just above the garage roof, so you could step out onto the garage, and we would jump off of that into the snow pile. Like literally the snowdrift was that tall, like you could jump off the fucking garage
Damn.
roof into the snow. And I remember that vividly, like that was the coolest shit. Like, oh my God, this is the coolest stuff we could do. So cool. Like kids today are like, you did what? You jumped off a roof? Are you
What,
Right.
you went outside? Oh my
You
God.
went
What for?
outside when it was snowing?
You went outside, yeah. You went outside.
There's nothing outside for you.
That's
Yeah.
right. It's 3.5 feet of snow, but you went outside? Are you insane?
How did you
What,
know when
you
to come home? Well, when the lights came on, we
exactly.
knew to go home.
When my mom would yell, Steven! like
Yeah.
across the fucking neighborhood. It was time to come
Dude,
home.
yeah. Was
Back
that
when,
was it you only get called Steven if you were in trouble?
Yep.
Me too.
or in
100%.
cable guy.
100%.
And the
If I
cable
heard
guy, you know,
Steven,
Steven, I'm here for you, Steven.
Yes.
hey, Steven.
Alice Cooper, dude, the fucking worst trip I ever had. The first time
Yeah.
I ate like strong
Steven.
acid.
Yeah.
Steven, fucking welcome
Yeah.
to my nightmare. Oh my God, that freaked me out so bad.
Steven. Yeah.
Oh God. Fucking, that's traumatic.
The walls
Thanks,
were melting.
Alice, you jerk.
Steven. Yeah. Yeah. Man.
I feel bad for David's though, because it's just David, right? Your mom is
No,
yelling
no,
for you.
no. When
Nah.
people are
David.
mad at me, when people are mad at me, you got to add a T to the end of my name, David.
Yes.
So
David.
they're David,
Yeah.
not David anymore.
An extra consonant T at the end. Like,
Yeah. Or your
I'm like,
middle
those aren't
name
my
too,
pronouns,
Dave. Your
Mom.
middle
Get it
name's
right.
added. Yeah. Yeah, I just realized that. 2 Steves, 2 Davids. Yeah, wow.
yeah.
Yeah, two
It's a
double
fucking-
double
you got-
Steves, double Daves.
Wow.
You got a
look at that.
paradigm going on, man.
Wow.
Come on now.
Come on, man.
Come on, man.
Come on, man.
You know the
I'm
No
been
thing.
joke.
saying that
No
for
joke,
2
people.
weeks.
David and the Steve is in the ancient Davids with the Saint.
But you got the two Davids and the Steves
goddamn
and the Steves
God,
and
they're
the
playing the whole
Steves
thing to you.
and
Come on, man.
That was the Bill Cosby.
Oh, that's
What you
funny.
got the two, the one and the two,
Jello
and
pudding.
the four.
Put the pudding in the middle. The goddamn vote for Biden. God damn it. Democrat.
Listen to what the TV tells you to do.
We're gonna set up a ballot box right across the border. You don't even have to have ID.
You don't even have to have ID.
You can wear your face diapers too.
That's right. Everybody, masks are encouraged. You got to wear them. Otherwise, you're going to catch the HPVs, whatever
You're gonna have
whatever
about
the initials are.
300 Julios in a row. Hey, what's your name? Julio. The next guy. What's your name? Julio.
Julio.
The funniest thing
Steve.
is like the most ridiculous things you could come up like that are pretty normal. I mean, they're saying things that are just pretty much that ridiculous, you know.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
what
we,
makes
we
it
have
crazy.
said nothing here that was more ridiculous than what you
No.
hear on TV right now.
Uh-huh. Right.
And doesn't that make you think that? Don't you think it'd be a good idea to just stop putting warning labels on anything and just kind of let it take care of itself?
Yes.
No.
Thin it down, bro.
Yeah, back in the old days.
Yeah.
We need the
did.
fucking best and the brightest, not
I
the
mean,
fucking Harvard graduates, okay?
I mean,
you know what I'm saying?
Let us blow dry our hair in the bathtub, all right?
Yes.
We want to blow dry our hair.
We know
in
when the
bathtub.
sidewalk ends, brother.
If you want to marry a possum, it should be your right, okay?
Right.
You know,
We just
whatever
don't
sex,
want to know about it.
whatever pronoun that possum may have.
Yeah, I'm gonna use
Come
my
on,
toaster
man.
in the shower. Yeah, I'm going.
Yeah. Because
Right.
I need to clean myself and I'm hungry.
To. Yeah.
And
want some
plus
clothes.
wear your VR goggles the whole time because that's
Dude, did you see? I just seen a video this morning. First thing I seen when I woke up. And I don't know if you've seen it, but is this? I think it was under like a Darwin Award something. But this kid has got his VR goggles, and he's walking into a middle of the road when cars are like,
Jesus Christ.
and it's like, really, dude? And he's
What
just out
the-
there like,
Uh,
wow.
I gotta shoot
And
these
they
giant
worried about us
salamanders or
smoking
whatever.
cigarettes growing up.
Right. At least he went outside.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
We were playing pinball and stealing quarters from our dad. Like, come on. Like
Right.
smoking cigarettes.
I was moving the machines, dude. I'd move the machines and get the ones that fell. That's where I
right.
found my
Yeah.
crap.
Dude,
Yeah.
I figured it out. I figured out the cigarette machine, and you just gotta pull it just the right way, like 8 times, and then pull the other lever. You know, remember when they were all levers and you just
Yeah.
you get free fucking cartons, bro. I'll hook you up. I still remember how to do it. If you ever
You got one hand on the knob and one hand on the bat.
Yes. You know what I'm
You
talking about,
remember
Dave.
that, Dave? See, that's how we used to get our cigarettes. We used to go up to the ice skating rink.
Fuck yeah.
And you just popped in
yeah.
$1.25 in quarter. You had 5 quarters, and people
Yeah.
that worked there didn't care. I mean, it was obvious we were like 14, 13 years
Obviously.
old.
Well, King's Party
Get 'em
Store
from my
would sell
mom.
us anything.
You
we
got
wanted.
$1.25, son. You got a pack of cigarettes, kid.
Right.
You're
That's
fucking-
right. Yeah.
And you are cooler than shit smoking
Yeah.
at the roller rink. Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember. I was there.
Yeah.
Velour short and wide whale corduroys. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, and like they said, King's
We're
Party
old,
Store
bro.
too. That's funny because we would write the note saying, I'm sending my son to get me, his mother or
Yes.
father, and it was obvious that parents
Yeah.
didn't write it. And then the guy
Yeah.
there's just like, yeah,
Right,
yeah,
it'd be
bro,
like,
okay, no
please-
good. Yeah, whatever.
I'm
Give
so
me the money.
old that I remember my mom
Please,
actually
please sell
giving
my
me a
son 2 ounces of meth.
Yeah. Oh, no problem. Oh, your mom.
Oh, no problem.
Yeah, it's for your mom.
$1.25 a gram.
No
Thank you.
problem.
Please drive through.
Bro, give me the
I-
money, bro. It's
Yeah.
all good. I don't care.
No problem.
You wait behind
Oh
Charles.
yeah,
15
remember the
minutes.
drive-through party store was the best.
Drive-through party stores. Yeah, I haven't been to one of
You
those.
remember the drive party store in Westland? That was sweet.
Oh
Guys,
wait,
like,
on
you
Wayne
need
Road.
beer?
Drive-through package stores? Are you
Yeah.
talking about drive-through liquor store?
Liquor store, yeah. In Michigan,
Yeah,
we
well,
call in
anything.
Detroit,
They
we
had
call them
anything.
party stores.
Right. Right on. We didn't have
We
those
just
in
wait
Connecticut.
out
We
there
had
and
them
be
in
like,
Florida.
hey, can you buy me beer?
In Florida, we had those. That was dope as hell. Like we would go like way out in the fucking forest in Ocala. I lived in Ocala, Florida for a while, and there's like this huge forest that goes like all the way to fucking Daytona, basically for 40 miles across the state. And there'd be like these ABC liquor stores. You know what I mean? That was like the only place to get fucking liquor. It was the same. That was the shit back then, dude. That was the coolest.
Chewing
Shit,
tobacco.
man.
Yep.
In Detroit, dude, it's like, well, we call them party stores, but liquor stores, same thing. But they're on every corner. Like, not even kidding.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
like between a city block, sometimes there's 3. It's like, how do these guys make money, but they're still there? Like, 3.
Because that's how you keep a depressed area depressed. You keep
Yeah,
them
right.
fucking drunk
Yeah.
Yeah.
forever. That's
No
why there's so
jobs,
many
no
fucking-
money.
Yeah, no jobs. What do you need a job for? You got to fucking drink. Come on, get on the welfare and
Yeah.
fucking spend your check.
Yeah. What are you working during drinking hours?
Right? What are you working during drinking hours? Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
They got fucking drinking
What
to
did
do.
Creek say? I
son.
can't read it.
He said,
My middle name.
my whole perspective has changed. I'm gonna disengage with Danielle and marry a lion.
Okay.
A lion.
Could be rough on your end,
Lord.
though, buddy.
Yeah. Yeah. There you go. Be
A
careful.
female lion.
I'm just gonna say roar preventatively.
Yeah.
Shit,
Well,
remember,
you-
dude, I just thought
You
of it
might
'cause we
get
were talking
along
about
with
party stores.
the male better, but
Remember this, Dave? I was just thinking of this because we were talking about party stores. But remember that one time we decided, for whatever reason, we decided that, and you had that old Mustang, the drop top, but it was like piece
oh
of
yeah,
shit.
chick
And
magnet.
for some odd reason, we're just like, let's go to Toronto. And we're like,
Hell
Oh,
I
yeah.
ain't got no money.
No, we were going
And
to
you're like, I ain't got
we
no
were going
money
to see
either.
our buddy. We were going to see
Is
what's
that
his
what-
name. He had a karate tournament. I can't remember his name though.
I don't remember. All I remember is that neither of us had any money, but as soon as we got into Canada, we bought a case of beer, because we were 19, and 19 is legal drinking age in Canada. So
Yeah.
as soon as we crossed the border, we got a case of beer, and then made it to Canada, and then we saw somebody get stabbed, I think.
Damn.
And then like a hooker put her foot up on the car and was showing us her junk, and we're like, "What
That
the
was
hell?"
whacked out.
And then we didn't have enough gas to get home because we didn't think that far ahead back then.
Wow.
We're just like, we can make it there. And it's like,
Slept in
how are we
the
gonna get
car.
back?
That
We'll worry
sounds
about
fun.
that when we get there.
The only time I ever went to Canada
Yeah, I
was
slept in the car. Remember?
1 second. I'll be
Yep.
right back.
Oh, who's that?
Whoop.
Only time you went to Canada?
Oh, the only time I ever went to Canada was going to see the Grateful Dead, and we went to Buffalo, and then we went across the border and bought beer because it was like $14 a case instead of like $18 a case in New York. So like, hey, well, the beer's over fucking, it's like $5 cheaper. Let's go over here. So we got beer, and then we got lost as fuck trying to get back to where we were in Buffalo, trying to get back to where the fucking Rich Stadium was. It was like a nightmare. It took us like 45 minutes longer than we thought it was gonna. But we were fucking trashed. We bought like 3 cases of beer because it was cheap as fuck. We sold a case of beer. As soon as we got back, we sold a case of beer for like 30
Made all
bucks
your money back.
and made all our money back from the beer
Yep.
and bought a bunch of ass. And then we were just like spun cookies for the rest of the night. Like it took a really long time to get back to everybody to get back to the car and be ready to travel to the next show. It was like
And those are the days when you
all-day
could
thing.
cross the Canadian border with only a driver's license. You didn't have to have like now. You got to have
All I had
kinds
was
of
like I don't even think I didn't have a driver's license. I had a fucking student ID. I had my like high school fucking ID, and they were like, okay,
good
go.
enough. Yep.
Good enough. I was like 19 out of high school, like fucking 2 years or something. You know what I mean? They didn't give a fuck.
I'm scared to go to Canada
Not
now.
for me and Dave.
Yeah,
we got
Canada's
kicked out of
fucking
Canada. Remember that one time when my
crazy
cousin
now.
was here from Colorado, or not here, but in Michigan from Colorado, and
Yep.
we tried to go to Canada, and they're like, "Nope." We're like, "What?" They just
What do
didn't
you
like
mean?
us.
Why can't we?
We were driving off
Yeah.
like thug life, thug life.
You know, they asked Dave, like, "You ever been arrested?" And they asked me, "You ever been?" And it's like, "Well, yeah, we kind of all have, but not for murder or anything. It's like we're not
You
that
guys
deep,
all looking
They're
hard,
like,
cranking DMX and shit.
Yeah,
driving away.
they searched the car and they like put us in a room and shit. And then after all that, they're like, "Okay, you can go back to America now. You're not welcome here."
Yeah, that guy was like, "Hey, they and them's car needs to be searched. Pull over."
That's whack.
Yeah, that was some shit too. Because it sucked because we were all excited to go to the casino with my cousin.
Yeah,
And
that
then
was
my poor
that did
cousin,
suck. That did
the
suck.
only one in the car that's never been arrested. She's like, "What's going on?" And we're like, "Eh."
Well,
You remember
sucks.
I got arrested for bridge jumping, right?
Yep, bridge jumping. Yep.
I got
where'd that
jumping
happen?
off the railroad tracks, way up about 40 feet above the water. We'd go out there and jump off the tracks into the river.
We used to do that. We used to do that in Rhode Island, a place called Johnson's Pond in Rhode Island. Where'd you do your jumping, Dave?
Now, it was a Huron River in Ann Arbor.
Oh, right on.
And yeah, we rented some canoes. That was our downfall because we had to leave our license there to get the canoe.
Oh,
So the DNR
paper
the
trail.
DNR comes running down, and we all jumped off and swam away. And he pulls up and he's like, "Hey, idiots! I got all your licenses from the canoe place. You better come out." So we had to come back out,
bastards.
get the tickets, and then I didn't pay it. So I'm coming home one night from shooting pool, and I get pulled over, and they arrest me.
It's
for
fucking warrant.
A warrant for bridge jumping.
Bastards.
Like, you guys suck.
Yeah.
A warrant for that because you're such a bad person. Like you're
what a horrible man you are, Dave.
So bad
jumping off of bridges. God.
How dare I be a kid, you know?
How dare you be a young man
I
jumping
know.
off of bridges?
Right.
I wish you'd have told me this bridge jumper was going to be on tonight. I would
Right. I would have had second thoughts about appearing on this podcast.
I would have never even had this show, man. I just would have said,
now I'm hanging out with Now I'm hanging out with bridge jumping.
thugs,
Bridge jumping,
thugs,
bridge
horrible
jumping,
people.
beer selling, acid eating fucking weirdos. You know, you don't even know who you're talking to anymore.
I don't
you
know.
know,
It's just
you think you know
wild.
people.
I know.
This day and age.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very bridge jumping.
Yeah.
Look, here's the
Who'd have
deal.
thought?
Listen to what the TV tells you, okay?
Come
Oh, we're
on,
sorry.
man.
Come on, man. We're sorry. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Ain't nobody got no time for bridge jumping no more. Okay, just stay in the car and make sure you have your ID ready.
It ain't got
when
no
we
gas
ask
in
you.
it.
Fucking people. God damn it. It's fun to be alive though, because it's so bizarre, isn't it? Like, think about when all of you boys were just youngins, and like how things were then to how things are now. It is exponentially weirder and just more faceted and just fucking crazy than you could ever have thought it would be as you grew older. You know what I mean? Like, you just kind of, everybody just sort of grows in this like kind of straight line where you go through all these events and stuff, and everybody handles them the way they handle them, and some, things get all fucked up and whatever, but ultimately everybody goes through it kind of the same way. And to think that when I was 8 years old in West Warwick, Rhode Island, like wrestling with my buddy Jerry Bruno and smoking weed for the first time and shit, to think what it is now, like all those years later, it's just staggering. Like, what the fuck? What was this existence that I've fucking lived all this time? Like, this is just madness.
Yeah.
It just seems like madness to me. I mean, it's beautiful, beautiful and intricate and completely just nuanced and just amazing in every way. But at the same time, just like to try to comprehend all the things that you've experienced from, like, say, age 8 until now, it's just like,
right?
it's a lot. It's a David Lynch fucking movie, bro. It's fucked up. It's not.
We learned a lot growing up because we didn't have a bunch of people telling us what to do, man. We learned hard knocks.
Yeah, I agree
Well,
with
and
that.
the crazy thing is, right when you thought like this is the craziest it's ever gonna get,
and now
not even
you
close.
can't imagine the crazy. You don't have the
Right?
capacity
It's
to have that depth of
fathomable.
knowledge. Yeah. I totally agree with that. I don't
Yeah.
think we even possess the fucking.
No, that's what I was just watching this movie Matinee before we did this live stream, and John Goodman, he's being looked up as a filmmaker by this kid, and then he kind of messes things up, and he says this, which is the complete truth. He says, adults are just making it up as we go along too, kid.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cannot find any fault with that logic. That is it.
So true.
That's all we've been doing the whole fucking time, bro. Like, that's it. That's
Yeah.
I had
It
a
is,
kid
who
at
really-
19, man.
Who really knows? I mean, everyone's just making it up as you go, if you think about it.
We're completely misinformed and fed lies from birth.
Yep.
So how you interpret all of this misinformation mixed in with actual fucking factual information dictates how you go through life. And you cannot do it in a sane fucking manner because it's madness to begin with. So everybody is mad in their own way. And if you find a partner that their madness complements your fucking madness, you're fucking better off in the fucking thing. And that's it. That's I can't find any closer truth than that. Like, that's where I'm at right there. Like,
that's deep, man. That is deep, but that is so true.
What's scary now is that the psychos online can all find each other and then join a big psycho group that all believe that what they're saying is truth. You know what I mean? It's like,
oh yeah, the way that like good organizations and things that are like good grassroots things that need to happen, right? That make people happen. How quickly every single one of them is co-opted into something fucking nefarious is just like you can't fucking stop it. It's like you get a group of people together that are all like-minded trying to do something good, and then other people come in and spin that fucking shit, and
Yeah.
you can't stop it. It's like it happens to every single thing.
Yeah.
And
It
that
sure does. Yeah.
sucks, but that is the nature of what we're dealing with. You can't stop that. Like every good thing is co-opted. Like the rainbow flag started out, it was a beautiful thing. It is completely co-opted. It's completely fucking fucked up. That's what they're doing with every single thing that is good. Like they
But
just
I
spinning
think
it.
they used that rainbow on purpose because it was a symbol. Like growing up, I went to church.
Mm-hmm.
It was like a symbol of God's promise not to kill the people or whatever for their mistakes or whatever, something like that.
Yeah,
And they
there's a
took
lot of
that.
different. I believe there's a lot of different like just like beliefs about that what the rainbow means in itself, and I feel like that all of it is just being co-opted, man. They're fucking hanging it from the fucking White House and every single store everywhere. You know what I mean? It's like, no, this is not
Yep.
the good thing that it was. It's being co-opted, and you guys are being fucking, fucking pigeonholed into this thing now.
Right.
Like everybody believe this because that's what you have to do. Otherwise, you're bad.
And I don't
Right.
care what other people believe. I just don't want them to ram it down my throat or force
Yes.
me to change who
That's
I am. They could
exactly
do whatever.
Yes.
that's exactly how I
100%, bro.
am. Because do what you want, man. It's a free.
Yeah.
Well, it's supposed to be a free country, but do what you want. I'm not saying like, oh, you're an asshole because you. No, do it.
The
But
only
But
people
don't.
I ever call an
Yeah.
asshole are the ones who are intolerant of the
Yeah.
other people. Like,
Yeah.
don't
Yep.
be intolerant. I don't give a fuck what you think or do. If it's not harming other people, then fucking have at it.
And
That's
they
Yep.
beautiful.
and they were well aware that the majority of people were like Dave and Steve just said, and you're saying, yeah, but the majority of people were at the point and lived most of their life as who cares what you do. They know
Right.
that, and that's why they had to bring it up and start creating a problem.
We
It's
didn't
Yeah.
like
really even
they,
see color growing up. We didn't
yeah,
see color.
there that was, I mean,
It's
that
fabricated.
yeah,
The whole xenophobia, like all the people coming over the border and stuff. Guess what? All of that has been happening forever. And
yeah.
now you're like, oh, don't like those people because they're South
Well,
American people and they're these people coming over the
well,
border. So you have to not like them.
yeah, and you see it
That's how they do it.
you see it all through the years. I was just watching the movie American History X the other night,
Oh man, great
and,
That's a
movie.
that's a good
and the
film.
guy in there gives a speech
I like
about
that.
the border crisis, and that movie was from 1993, and it sounds like he's on TV right now,
Right.
because
Never
it's
fucking
it's
stop.
it's always been a thing,
Yep.
you know,
Yep.
but it's just
That's my
how
point.
they
Hey,
use it now. Yeah.
Always been a thing.
Anarchy Television. Aloha. I'm
What's up,
gonna get a
brother?
hold of you. I'm gonna get a hold of you, brother.
Look at that.
Yes. And aloha, and thank you for being
Oh,
here.
look
But
at
I'm gonna
there.
get
There you
hold of you.
go. Yeah.
I want to
Yeah.
see if you want to join a show with
From
us
the
in
90s.
March.
It's a vintage DVD now. Isn't
Yep.
that crazy that a DVD can be
It is
vintage?
wild how
Dude,
that
Yeah.
works.
That's
Like
a great movie. I love that
doesn't-
DVD
movie.
can be
The-
vintage.
that
Yeah.
that that
What the
mindset in 1993 has not
No,
it's
right.
not changed. You know what I mean? The situation has not changed in all that time, but the spin has changed
Right.
exponentially. You know what I mean? They're like,
Right.
oh, this fucking everybody freak out because and hate those people because they're different people coming over the border, stealing your jobs and getting all these unfair
Right.
advantages. So let's create this fucking racism and this xenophobia.
Yeah.
That's what they do. That's how they divide us. There's just another way.
Because
Right
there's
from
always
the
some truth in the manipulation that they do.
But
There's always some truth in
yeah.
it. So
Yes.
people grab onto
Yes.
that truth, even if it's super small, they'll grab onto that truth and they'll run with that.
Yep.
Instead of
Mhm.
looking and examining the entire picture of
I
what's
agree.
happening.
And then there's no way of they're so closed minded that doesn't matter what you say, they're already like set in their mind. Like,
they
this is
decided.
it.
Yep.
Yep.
They decided the
Tunnel
end
vision.
result. Like, oh, we can't change any of that, so it's going to be
Yep.
this way or no way.
Yeah. And if
Yep.
they
Doesn't
throw out
matter what
if they
you say, even if you put out logical facts, there's
Yeah.
nope, this way.
Right.
That's why
Doesn't
I
matter
say, like, the intolerance that sort of thinking instills in people is the most insidious thing that our culture does, is like turn us against other fucking people that are just trying to be people like we are. You know what I'm saying? Like at to have different situations or whatever, you know what I mean? It's not the same for everybody. So hating, trying to fucking come up with a reason you should not like that person is fucked up on its face. You know what I mean? And
They're programming everyone to become offended is what they're doing. They want us to be
exactly.
offended by everything.
Yep.
And it's
100%.
predictive programming because they've been
Yes.
doing it since the 90s.
Yes.
The movies, you watch movies from the 80s and 90s,
Yeah.
and back then it was like, yeah, it's just a movie. But all that shit's real now.
I'll tell you what, though, it's way deeper than that, Steve. It started at the beginning. The surveillance state and the fucking CIA and all those different factions of deep fucking state shit has been running Hollywood and radio from the get.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
feeding everyone propaganda from the get. So we all feel and think certain things because we've been fucking fed that shit. Spoon fed it from the beginning. And it hasn't
Don't know
stopped.
any different.
It's only gotten more sophisticated as it's gone. Look what they just did with the fucking pandemic. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Come on.
that movie I was watching earlier, Matinee, it took place during the Cuban Missile Crisis, and so the kids were kind of making fun of the fact that they had to get on the floor and cover their heads,
Yeah.
like that would save them. But that was the propaganda at that
What's up,
time.
GMA?
I mean, that's the propaganda I was fed as in my age group, is like get under the desk and
So there's always been that fear. There's always been
as if getting under the desk would have helped.
Right. That was the point. Yeah.
That would save my life.
Yeah, the kids were even making fun of it in this movie. Like, that's gonna,
It's nonsense. Like once you step back from it for a second and like literally just do it 20,000 feet and look and like, whoa, look at this fucking crazy contraption that they've constructed to convince everybody of this nonsense and this fear fucking projected thing. They just like, this is how they get people to do stuff.
Now there's actual real threats in school, and kids have to have bulletproof vests and shit. Like, it's fucking insane.
Now there are people shooting kids in school.
Real quick, Anarchy. Yeah, I did get your email, Anarchy. So I'm going to email you probably later today. So
which Gima Merkel says, we were just pointing out the fact that like a movie as old as 93, or if you go back even farther, that's just something that I had just watched, is they were dealing with the same issue. It's just our point is that they've been dealing with it. They've never done anything about it.
Yeah.
Never. They've never, they'll be talking about this probably in a movie in the 40s, or I've been on a plane on a layover on the tarmac in Italy 15 years ago. And the stewardess guy was telling me about the same problem they had in Italy at the time, and I was taking notes, and he was just using it was just different people coming in, but they were dealing with the same thing 15, 20 years ago. He was telling me about it. And it's just that no one ever addresses the situation, and they bring it up like it's something new. Yeah. But you can hear even speeches in that movie from 1993 where they were saying the exact same thing that they're saying
it's
now.
just recycled propaganda, man. They just
that's
how they do it.
Recycled. Exactly.
Repetition is what convinces people. You know what I mean? The more times you say it, the more factual it becomes.
They call us racist, right? Because we don't want to let people in illegally over the border, right? But if you go to China and try to join their military, or go to Russia as an American and try to join their military, no way. We let everybody in ours, but if you go anywhere else in the U.S.,
they're like, no way. Yeah,
no way, dude. Yep. And that's actually racist, or I don't even know, but
it's xenophobic at least. Absolutely,
it's
ethnicist. Certainly,
we are the most open country there is, and we're getting like all this crap about racism and offense.
But it's literally our own fucking MSM that's calling it that. You know what I mean? It's literally our own media calling us this.
Like, we don't care what people do. It's the media, really.
Yep,
Yeah.
it is. It's just spin, bro. It's absolutely.
10 years ago, the military wasn't like that, go Dave, because Damon 10 years ago, he was 20 years old, my son,
Yeah.
and I was like, I'm like, dude, he needs like discipline or something. So he was
Yeah.
gonna sign up for the military, and they were like, you don't have a high school diploma. They wouldn't take him.
Wow.
They told
That's
Damon like, no.
stupid.
But now, if he were 20 years old now, which he's 30, but they'd be like, yeah, come on in.
Sure.
I think
Yeah.
I think for the most part people are good, except for people from Detroit. Oddly
I
True
like
that.
Michigan
I don't.
people.
Yeah, I don't trust them for some reason.
I once was told that I have the face of a guy from Wisconsin. I don't know if that's true. You guys are Michigan people, and maybe you
Hey, dude.
know better than I do.
I think that's kind of that has to be a compliment, right?
Is it?
I
Is
think
it?
it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Where are you from,
Like
Dave?
Wisconsin.
I'm from the Cleveland area, Cleveland, Ohio.
Cleveland, Ohio. Okay,
Oh, you're
so
4 hours away from
Ohio,
me.
Michigan. You guys are like Midwest. I'm going to
Yeah.
take your word for it.
Yeah,
You know,
no, I
I'm
think
a
it's
New
a good
Englander.
thing because I think most people in Wisconsin tell the truth, right? They're
I'm just
pretty
like a
good
swamp
people,
Yankee.
Yeah.
I
I'm
think
not.
it's
I
the
might have it. I might have it
Midwest.
mixed up. I think it could have been Minnesota.
Oh well, then that's bad.
Mini-
That's bad.
Maybe I
Yeah.
need to move
Minnesota
to Wisconsin.
and Wisconsin, they, especially when it comes to sports, they don't
They're
like each other.
pretty close. No, or they're rivals, right?
No, they're like, yeah, right next to each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See,
but,
I don't
No,
know
I
how to
think it's
take
the
it. I'm
Midwest.
pretty sure it was
It's the
Minnesota.
Midwest.
Somebody said I had a doppelganger in Minnesota. Now that I remember.
I just know the
Minnesota.
cheese is good from Wisconsin.
yeah,
Yeah.
Wisconsin cheese.
Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
been to Wisconsin. I will vouch for
Isn't
the
there like
for the cheese.
isn't there like cheese underground there that's stored? Like there's a
Yeah,
ton of
they
cheese,
have
right?
like
Wait,
that.
did she just say
huge
from
fucking
under
stores of
cheese?
cheese.
Yeah. If they don't,
From
they
under
should.
cheese, yes.
If they don't, they should
They
definitely.
dig it up
They're
daily.
so crazy about cheese that they wear hats
Yeah.
that are made out of cheese.
Yeah, they do.
They
I've
look
seen
like
them
Yeah.
at the football games. They have that from under cheese. They dig it up if they don't shower for a couple days, and
Yeah, it's good stuff. Good stuff.
strong,
Man,
tangy.
if those cheese heads
Tangy.
came to Detroit, those big old rats would be attacking them left and right.
Yeah.
Oh
I
God.
wonder if the people with foot fetishes like the cheesy smelling feet or just
Oh,
they
man.
like them
Oh,
cleaned or
yeah.
washed.
Is it straight oregano or
Yeah.
cheese? You know,
Or
I
do,
want to
yeah,
know.
or do they like clean feet? Which is it? Or there might be both. Clean
Bleach.
feet. Yeah.
Well,
I'd like my
isn't
feet
all
bleached,
cheese
please.
isn't all cheese basically mold?
I
Yeah,
think it is.
kind of.
Yeah.
It's
I think it is.
kind of is.
Dang.
Yeah.
I
Thanks
remember
for
in
Well,
noticing
Italy,
so
the house,
good.
Steve.
I remember in Italy once they were making dinner and they literally went out to a hay bale and pulled cheese out of the hay bale that
Yeah,
they've been curing in it.
it
Yeah.
happens. Yeah, they
Yeah.
do.
Oh,
They do weird
Yeah.
shit with cheese, bro.
So they're-
Especially in Wisconsin and Minnesota, I heard.
yeah,
Also,
I should start
they're
doing
doing it
that.
underground
certain
now.
parts of Michigan as well. I don't mean to
Yeah.
harsh on you
That's
guys.
why
at
I
all.
don't trust them. That's why I don't
Yeah.
trust
I should
I'm
start
not
doing
sure what
that
the
when I
fuck
get
buttermilk
customers.
is. In fact, you know,
Yeah.
When
really,
I
can
have
you
a customer
can someone
that's
explain
like,
that?
my
can't.
toilet's been leaking on the second floor, and should I worry about mold? Because of the water damage and stuff, even though it's only a little bit, and I should just be like, do you have any cheese? And
Yeah,
they'll be like,
right.
oh
Yeah.
yeah, I love cheese, and I'll be like,
Yeah.
yeah, why are you worried about mold? Because you're
Yeah.
eating
You're
mold.
fine.
You got
I mean,
some
have
right
some
on your
mold.
hand.
grow some mushrooms. You'll
Yeah.
be fine.
Yeah,
Mycelium
oh,
is
shrooms.
nature's teacher. You know.
Yeah.
If
I
you guys
only
didn't
had
know.
shrooms once, man, but I would love to have some shrooms.
Yeah.
Oh, we can help you out, Steve. We can get you started on a path to, moldy cheese and mushrooms. Whatever
Yeah. Yeah. It really is
you could
it's a
have a
way of life.
salad.
I
By the
think
end of
you'll
this, you
enjoy
could
it.
have a fucking salad, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah.
Maybe he needs to grow some lettuce first, Steve.
You like tomatoes? You like
I love
cheese and
tomatoes.
tomatoes? Yeah. Get
Oh
some
man,
onions.
I had such a great little tomato garden last year.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Fantastic. We live in a little tiny apartment, thing, and we have like this little space.
That I
It was
carved
so
out.
it was so fucking dense with tomatoes. It was insane. It was just like the best. I was like, this is the best tomatoes ever in a 6 by 8.
Yeah, no, it's great. I mean, there's something. There's something. Those tomatoes taste better than any tomatoes, and it's
So good.
just it's amazing. Yeah, making growing those. It's just they taste better that way.
We put our coffee grounds for like
Yeah,
13 years in this little spot. So and eggshells and different things, and you know what I mean.
I
Yep.
did
Yep.
that for sure.
We did
So
that. Yep.
so Lucky has been putting stuff in that little spot. So the tomatoes there are just insane. Tomatoes, potatoes, and onions.
nice.
Those 3, awesome.
And it's true. You can grow potatoes even if you don't have. You can grow potatoes in a cardboard box.
Yeah,
Yeah, you don't need a lot.
Yeah.
Potatoes don't need a lot of amenities. They're just like, just cover me up. I'll make some
Just
more.
give me dirt. Just
Yeah.
give me dirt. I'm
Dirt,
good.
we're cool. A little water, a little sun.
make some nice vines. Yep.
Yeah. They're like, fuck it, I'm growing anyway. What else am I doing? You know,
I
you want
tried to
some
grow.
starch?
I tried to grow corn one time off of a regular ear of corn. You know what I mean? I didn't
Yeah.
realize that you can't even do that. You got to
No.
buy like the government frickin' organic. I don't know what they do to it.
They just
But you-
dry it. They just dry it. That's all
You
you gotta
literally can't grow corn off of your own corn.
If
No,
you
gotta get
no,
organic,
you got to get organic, and you have to dry it yourself. That's all you got to do, Dave.
organic heirloom.
Organic
Varieties.
heirloom corn. If you grow a cob of it, you can take those corn kernels off and dry them, and they will turn into seed, and they will germ.
Okay, that's what I thought, but the farmer guy was telling me that they had to buy this from the certain store or whatever because that a lot of it wasn't growing right. Like a lot of it was dying off.
Yeah, the farmers
what she
have
was
to because they're
indoctrinated.
regulated. You can do it yourself, like without, you know what I mean. If you're not growing a commercial crop,
They were saying like half of the regular seed was dying off compared to the government, where it was like 120% yield or some crap.
yeah, the germination rate is
Yeah.
better for the stuff that they're growing. You know what I mean. But if you want to grow old land race stuff, you can.
Yeah, we planted like 30 apple trees this year up north.
Nice.
There you go.
That's cool.
Where
I thought-
you don't have to say exactly, Dave T. But where at up north? You because I know you said you got property up there and stuff, but like
On the way to
ballpark.
Houghton Lake.
I know. Oh, okay, I got you.
Yeah.
That's up above Ann Arbor. Is that where you got?
Houghton
Yeah,
Lake's
definitely north.
about almost 4 hours north.
Oh wow, way up there.
So yeah, because my dad's got a. Oh, thank you, babe. My dad's got a cabin up in shoot. I always mix. It's either Gaylord or Grayling. I think it's Grayling. One of the two.
I always get those mixed up too.
Yeah, I know. It's like same thing. And they're kind of close, right? Anyway,
Is it right up by the bridge?
I think it's
'Cause that's-
before the bridge. The Zilwaukee or whatever the hell it's
that
called.
part of Michigan. Like I've never been that far north. And check
Do
that
it.
stuff. All
You
the
know what's
lakes and
funny?
stuff, like it must be amazing up there.
If you're from Michigan, anytime someone says the bridge, you're talking about north, they automatically know what you're talking about. Like, oh yeah,
The one bridge.
I don't even know the name of it.
Mackinac.
Is that the one
Mackinac.
Is that the one you criminals used to jump off that bridge?
No, we died.
The Mackinac is much taller. Right?
Oh,
Wait,
okay,
let me rephrase that. We would unalive ourselves if we
Oh,
jumped
right.
off
Yeah,
that one.
yeah.
That's scary to drive across, especially in the wintertime, man. It's scary.
Especially when it's swaying.
Yep. That's what
Oh,
last
yeah.
time I did drive over that was probably 25 years ago, but it was snowing and it was moving and I was like white knuckling and I'm like, oh my God.
I don't know why you'd be scared. You just die if you went in.
Right. But
That's
yeah,
all. That's it.
nobody wants to die.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Ain't nobody. Come on, man.
Dead giveaway.
That's it. Dead giveaway. Dead giveaway.
Well, what had happened was
Man.
I used to eat ribs with that dude.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my God, that was so ridiculous. They tore that house down, I guess. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's crazy though to think that that has many years that went on,
Yeah. Yeah.
like missing children for that many years, and it was like I
Yeah,
used to
it's
eat ribs with that dude. Like,
yeah, it's wild. It's in a part of town where where it almost makes sense that that could happen. You know, it's still got a couple weird twists to it, but yeah, it's kind of like that. It's in a like a in a wild west type of Cleveland. Yeah, where yeah, you just don't question things, you know.
right? That's
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a story about Cleveland. I'm not a fan of Cleveland, I'll tell you that.
Yeah. Me,
I
you
got
know,
I've
I
only
think
been there a
Steve,
couple
Steve
times.
knows that story. I was gone for about 60 days in a little hospital lockup when I was young.
Oh, that okay. Was that was Cleveland? That's right. That was Cleveland.
Yeah, I was gonna bust out of there too. I was like 16 or 15. I was gonna bust out of there, and then I found out that I was in the middle of the absolute ghetto. I
yeah,
was like,
yeah. I was
yeah,
gonna,
I'm gonna die.
yeah, I was
Maybe
gonna
it's
say,
safer in here.
most of
Right.
those places are in a place you wouldn't want to escape from. Yeah, they do tend to put those there. Yeah, I'm not sure which one you were in, but
St. Luke's.
yeah, I was gonna say it. I was gonna say it. Yeah, St. Luke's is
I remember that too.
definitely in a
'Cause
bad part of town. Yeah,
I was trying to figure out a way to get a car to go out there to help them.
That
and
sounds like
Sa-
a
and
song to me.
and
Two
St.
Daves and
Luke's.
St. Luke's.
Yeah, St. Luke's, and it was so run down and beat up back then. You know, jeez.
I knew I was
Yeah.
in trouble when my parents brought me in the elevator, and there was two security guards, and he locked the elevator with a key, so I couldn't get out.
Yeah,
Oh shit.
yeah,
Two
yeah.
It's like
Daves and a St. Luke's. Oh
it's like
man.
that movie where it's like, you know you done fucked up, right? You know you done
Cleveland
Yeah,
fucked up.
Blues. That's a
yeah,
Cleveland Blues right there, right?
yeah.
There you go. That'd be a
St.
good
Luke's.
song.
Yeah, yeah. I know what you went through there, Dave.
Yeah, that was just and really all I was doing. There was this class that I took at school, and it was like, I don't know. Remember Dare, the program Dare?
Yeah,
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
Yeah, I made the mistake of telling one of the counselors there that I drank or something.
Yo.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
like
I was just
tell us
I
if
was
your mom or
bragging.
your dad fucking drink or smoke and we'll
And I
yeah,
arrest
was
them
just
immediately.
bragging about stuff I really didn't do. I was just trying to look better than I really was, you know what I mean? And they took it
most
serious
yeah,
and carted me off.
most of the time too, they take the kids that they put in St. Luke's, and then they send them to Minnesota, like to the
Oh yeah,
halfway
they
house.
tried.
Yeah,
They wanted me to go long term, and I told my mom I wasn't going to make it if they did, and she took me
yeah.
out.
So they
they
take you
sent
from the
me
they take you from the ghetto and put you up in the middle of nowhere for 6 months. Yeah.
they sent
Fucked
me to
up.
Toledo for 28 days.
Yeah.
30
Toledo.
days, something.
Yeah, nothing good happens in Ohio, buddy.
Yeah. Definitely not if you're in Toledo or St. Luke's. Yeah, that's for sure.
No, I'm just kidding.
Especially if you're not in fucking,
Yeah.
some sort of
So, so I don't, if you find yourself not in rehab, it's got a couple of enjoyable parts, but yeah.
if you're
Well, it's
not
my
in
own fault because this kid was like, "Well, I smoke cigarettes." I'm like, "Well, I smoke weed." And he's like, "Well, I smoke weed," and I'm like, "Well, I do coke." Just
Right.
trying to outdo him, you
And
know what I mean?
at that
Yeah.
age, you're just like,
Wasn't even true though, you know
talking
what I mean?
shit.
It's like
Yeah,
Right.
just talking
Yeah.
shit.
just
Well,
talking
talking
yeah, and
shit.
smack.
They're like, oh, well, you're a terrible criminal.
and they used to
get in
use
here.
it too. Like if a school didn't know what to do with you, either like you were gonna flunk
Yep.
out or
Yep.
that was kind of their little scapegoat, was to
Yep.
send you off there.
Yeah, ADHD. They didn't like it,
Yeah.
and
The
then
old
they
fast
told me
track
I
from
was in
fucking
denial every single day.
Yeah.
I'm
the old
like,
fast track from school to
I kept
fucking
telling
jail.
them, I'm like, I'm not an alcoholic for real. This is like for real. No,
Yeah,
you're in denial.
you know what
Did
turned me into an alcoholic? Is them telling me, "No, you're in denial. You're not." Like, I really
Yeah.
don't drink, and then I learned everything about it, and I was like, you know what? I think I'm gonna drink.
Dave,
Turns out I like it.
did they make you carry around the disease pillow?
No, they gave me special slippers with smiley faces on it,
Oh
though.
yeah.
That's
I was in seclusion for 7 days when I first
Wow.
got there because I went nuts.
damn.
I had a
Wow.
girlfriend. I smoked cigarettes. So imagine getting in there, suddenly having no cigarettes, not be able to tell your girlfriend where you were going.
Yeah.
Oh boy,
I
Yeah.
went pretty nuts, man.
trauma.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you went nuts way before that, though. Damn.
Well, the
That's how
security
we
guard
met.
came in. He wanted to get me in the shower or whatever. And I just like, nope. I busted a leg off the chair and I'm like, come get me. Come try and get me, dude.
Wow.
They was going prison rules.
Hey,
Whoa.
Rambo. Remember Rambo when they were trying to give him a hose bath?
Yeah,
That's all I was thinking. I'm like, no,
Dave
no,
went
no, brother.
full Stallone. Dave went full Stallone.
Yeah, right. Those smiley face slippers are generally the way the foot fetishes start too.
Oh
They
boy,
went to the
that
the
is
front.
unsettling.
Yeah.
I
He
need
went
some
to the
YOLOs.
secretary desk in the middle of the night when no one was there, and he stole like the secretary's eyeliner. And in the middle of the night,
Yeah.
he like painted up his eyes.
Yeah.
And then he came
Right.
in and he went full Rambo.
Yeah.
No, I felt betrayed by my parents for dropping me there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear
No, they
that.
dropped me in Toledo too, but at the same time, we kind of did
We
it to ourselves. I mean,
we were bad.
it's the
Yeah,
whole
man. We were bad.
indoctrination shit, you know? Like they're just like, oh, my child, oh, they're out of control. It's like, no, we're not. We're just fucking being kids.
We were fully in control of our bad behavior.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yep.
Yeah, right on.
That's
Come
exactly
on,
right.
man.
We knew
Come
exactly
on,
what
man.
we were doing.
You know the
Come
thing.
on, man.
Yeah, you know the thing.
You know the thing.
Hey, don't make me call corn pop.
Come on. Corn Pop was a bad dude,
He's a bad
man.
dude. Bad
Okay,
dude.
look, you know, it's gonna be what Joe says. Okay, is corn pop. Then
And
it's
Corn Pop is gonna rule the things, okay, folks? Everybody just get on board.
it's
The
gonna
little
be
kids
Smile
used to
about it.
rub my
Joe.
legs and the hairs would stand up on my legs.
Smile and vote, everyone.
what's crazy? What could we say that's crazier than that? You know,
Right.
the kids used to rub my legs and watch the hair
Right.
stand.
I'd get
That's-
out of the pool and
And
they'd
that's
rub my legs.
that's
Right.
the
Saying
that's,
shit like that
that's
back
the
in the
main
day would
man.
get you locked up in St. Luke's. Now
Right,
you
Right.
could be
yeah.
president.
Yeah.
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 That would end up
You know?
that
Now
has
you're the
some
main
other
man.
hidden connotations to it.
Yeah, now you're the main man if you do that. Yeah.
Come
Yeah.
on, man.
Come on,
Yeah,
man.
yeah. Well, what are you gonna do?
Imagine that saying that at your job, just standing up and saying, the kids used to
Great
come up to me at the
Lord.
pool and rub my legs and the
Good.
hair. Imagine saying that at your own job, you know?
Dude, imagine just getting on a bus and some stranger said that exact same thing to you. You'd be like,
Yeah.
What the fuck?
get this guy away from me,
You
bro.
would,
What
yeah.
is
you would
happening
kick him
right
in the
now?
face and run away.
Yeah, that
You
guy's
know, like, are you kidding me?
that guy's been on a binge.
You guys see that mayor in New York? He's giving the immigrants those food cards or whatever, $12 a meal, three
Yeah.
times a day.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
this guy, the other night, I was watching his press conference, and he asked all of the members to stand up, and they were all African Americans, like 12 of them. And he goes, "See, this is what can happen when we do it right. Have you ever seen this much chocolate on one stage at one time in power?" And I thought, can you imagine if a white guy said that?
Right? How fucking
Wow.
insane is that?
Yeah.
That would be a riot.
There's so much it's crazy. Like being a person who like doesn't really fucking like never really considered color like in my friends and shit, like never in my
Right.
whole life. Like to see like how people like perceive stuff now is just it's so fucking far removed from like what I thought reality was to what it is. You know what I mean? People like they say things that are just like bizarre that just or even when I say like this is fucked up because of this reason, it makes me sound like I'm some kind of fucking racist now because I said this thing
Now, isn't
Definitely.
that guy racist when he says, "Look at all the chocolate up here in charge"?
Right. Like, but me
That's what I mean.
pointing it
Yep.
out is somehow more racist than that guy saying it
Right.
in people's eyes. Like,
Yeah,
what the fuck? How is that possible?
it blows my mind.
And
It
I
does.
And
got
like you
nothing
said
against.
too, me
I
growing
got.
up, never
I
seeing
love everybody. I don't
color.
give a fuck what color you are. You
That's
know what I'm
right. If
saying?
you're a
I
good
don't give a
person, I
fuck
Only
don't
what
care.
reason,
sex you want to pretend you are. I don't give a fuck. If you're not
the
hurting
only
children
reason
or
I'm
other
not gonna
people,
like you
I don't
is
care.
if you're an asshole. If you're an
Yeah,
Yes.
right.
asshole and you have bad
And those
character,
are the two kind of people that exist in this fucking world, bro.
Yeah.
You're either an asshole or you're not an asshole. Or
But
sometimes you're an asshole and sometimes you're not an asshole. That's it.
because I can be an asshole, but
Absolutely. Everybody
not all
can.
the time. You
The
know,
thing
Right.
that bothers me the most, though, is what they're doing to the kids when they see that stuff.
Yes. That is the thing that makes you fucking like, want to explode.
yeah,
Hey, what's up?
I'm her asshole.
hey, Nina. Hey, Nina, are you packed? Are you packed? Did you get
Nina.
packed?
Yeah.
Arizona.
Yeah.
Arizona. Here we come.
Bring
Don't
it.
get the Rona.
We want you to bring us
Don't
all
get
back a
Corona in the
souvenir now.
zona.
Bring us all a souvenir.
I'll
But
bring
not the
you
Rona.
some
Yeah,
Yeah,
don't
don't
get
bring
the Rona in the zona.
We'll make up T-shirts that say Nina went to Arizona and all I got was this lousy T-shirt.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Nice.
But see, I always say too, if all white people are racist, my wife's gonna be pissed off when she finds out.
She gonna kill you, bro.
Yep.
Bro, come on,
Yeah.
man.
She's gonna find out sooner or later, Steve. Come on, man.
Hey, women are smart too. They'll kill you a good way. They'll be like, "Here, you want some cookies? I made them fresh," and you'll be like,
Uh-huh.
"Oh
Right?
yeah,
Oh yeah, they're
Like,
full of
these are the
arsenic,
best
but
cookies
you
I
won't
ever
feel a
ate.
thing.
little rat poison." Oh, I didn't
Yeah.
say that. I'm sorry. It's not supposed to say that.
Yeah, wait till
Yes.
she finds out you're from Detroit, Steve.
You can't say that.
what?
She's like, "What?"
What?
Oops, I let the cat out of the bag.
This cracker over here.
I'm sorry, you guys. You can't say that on YouTube.
If you find his
Detroit?
backpack, he might have some
Detroit
duct tape in it.
Only
You can't say
we can
Detroit?
say that. Cracker. Only we can say that.
Oh, okay.
You can't say that.
I thought you couldn't say
Come
Detroit
on,
on YouTube.
Oh, did you know? Yeah, that
Oh,
you
if
don't
you're
want
in,
to say that.
I think if you're in Detroit, you can.
Okay, gotcha.
You
What time
can't
is
say
it?
Detroit.
It's like 8 p.m. in Detroit. 8:10.
Well,
Yeah,
Yeah.
9,
9/11.
9/11.
All right.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
9/11.
9/11 in Detroit.
9/11. Oh, see, now you fucked it all up.
Yeah.
Oh, too many double entendres. I can't.
Come on, man.
Come on, man.
Oh man,
You know the
no
thing.
joke, no joke, folks.
The second tower was hit.
That's right. You know the
True
thing.
story.
Son of a. God
True
damn.
story.
True
story.
story.
You did hear about that special counsel saying Biden is definitely cognitively impaired,
Oh.
right?
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
Well,
now he's finally admitting to it because
obviously.
you know he's a
Jesus.
compost. Who is? Oh, I think Stever.
Yeah, it's like
Stephen
glad
Luckywer.
I'm
Yeah,
glad
Steve.
There's
I'm
coffee
Wait,
and
what?
Coffee and
eggshell.
eggshells. That's
What
how.
is-
Yes.
When he,
Yeah,
when he
all
was
right.
talking about
That's
earlier,
right.
so this was-
Coffee
I
grounds and
thought so.
eggshells.
Is that Steve's
got it.
lunch you packed him or that's Steve's
Right.
lunch?
That's
that's
what I'm
my
having
lunch.
tomorrow for lunch.
Yeah.
Steve, if I were you though, man, I would make sure Hawaii gets a sports team, man.
Yeah.
That'll never happen, man.
No,
There's-
they
Gotta
don't care about
happen,
it.
dude.
Yeah.
Sports ball for everybody.
Yeah.
They got the U of H, and that's like as far as they're going.
I think Hawaii should get a hockey team, right? Hockey and
I know, dude. That's funny you said that because
bobsledding.
hockey. I used to
Bobsledding.
love watching hockey. That was like my thing back when I was in Michigan. I would love watching the Red Wings, and then I moved here and I watched them for like the first year. But it's always 79 and sunny, so
Yeah.
without the season
Yeah.
change, I wasn't interested in it anymore. I haven't watched it since.
Right?
Yeah, that's
That's
I
weird.
mean that's why Hawaii doesn't have sports teams. You guys can just go outside. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, so
It-
what's up with that earthquake I heard that they had on the Big Island the other day?
Yeah, Van Life was saying something about it earlier, and that's the first I heard of it. So I
Yeah.
have no idea.
A couple days ago, they said it was a pretty good size.
Yeah, Big Island. Yeah, 6 point something, and
I think it was a
Okay.
4.6 maybe or something like that.
Well, yeah, shit. Nina was saying her because I was saying earlier her daughter lives on the Big Island with the grandboys, and she said she was working and like the shelves started shaking and stuff, and
Oh wow.
Oh man. Yeah, what can you do?
Yeah. Grab the stand on the surfboard. Stand on the
yeah.
surfboard and
Right.
ride it out.
And the
Ride it
Big
out.
Island is so different from Oahu, man. It's just crazy. It's like a lot of people's like, oh, Hawaii, and most people think Big Island, but the different islands, and depending on what island you're on, it's like a huge difference from all of them. Like
You're near
we went to Big
Wanahakalugi,
Island.
right?
I'm in Honolulu, yeah. The
No,
most
it's out of
where
a
I'm
movie,
at,
bro.
we're on the most populated island, but one of the smallest islands. So if you go to Big Island, it's like one of the least populated, but like all the other islands could fit inside of the Big Island.
I thought
But it
you'd
gets
catch that
cold
because I made
there.
up my own island called Wanahakalugi.
Wanahakalugi.
Yeah.
Dude, I swear, dude, that's something Dad would say. That's something my dad would say. Wanahakalugi.
I love going there. Yeah. It's great. It's great this time of year.
So, David,
All right.
how's the weather where you're at?
I'm clipping
Yeah,
that
well,
part too, Dave.
2
just to
days
send it.
ago it was
Yeah.
64. We had 64 2 days
Yeah,
ago.
we're having unusually warm weather.
Yeah, it was like spring for 2 days in a row. And yeah, it's back down to earth today. I think it's at 31 today. So, but yeah, we all
Back
last
to
week it was close to 60 or 60. Yeah, it was weird, crazy. It's only snowed once here.
It's like a
Creek.
fake
One day.
spring, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, so it is bizarre. It is bizarre weather.
Can you imagine if like our area started to turn warm
I know,
every year?
Yeah, and if it started getting cold out here and snowing,
That'd be crazy.
that'd be the end of the world for real.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, it's weird.
If it
Yeah.
got below 50 degrees here, ever, not even snowing, just below 50, it would be the end of it because people would be like, "What the fuck is going on, dude?"
So in all the time you've been there, it's never been below 15 or
50.
No,
50?
never been below
Yeah.
50. Never
Yeah,
been below
50.
50.
Wow.
Dude, I don't even think it's been below 60, to be
Dude, I'd
honest.
probably be outside every day living life, loving it.
Well, I'm technically outside right now because I mean, all the doors and windows are always open. I mean, it's
I
just
just keep looking at that pool wanting to
Yeah.
jump in it, man.
Yeah, go jump in
which
that
one you
pool.
want? Hold on. You want the
Go jump in that pool for sure.
let's see. Here, I'll give you the real background. Oh, it's
I,
just a
kn-
window.
I knew it was that. I mean, I knew. It was
Well, go jump
flickering
in
on
there.
and off a little bit.
But no, and if I opened that window and it'd just be a neighbor's house like 3 feet away. So.
Ironically enough, if I showed you my real background, it's a pool. So it's weird.
Oh,
That is
see,
your
so David's got a better actual background.
No,
than
this
me.
is my background. Yeah,
That's
really
his
my-
that's
We don't
his
have a
man
pool.
room right there, dude.
Yeah,
You could
this is-
tell.
This is the broadcasting central here. Calm down central.
He's got
See, and
money
that's
in that
great.
one.
And it's in the
Okay.
basement, right? Right, David?
Yeah.
Basement.
Oh yeah.
See, we don't. There's no basements out here because you can't really
Yeah.
have a basement because you hit water. But
Yeah. Yeah, that's why luckily we do have a basement. We do have
Oh, I
basement.
didn't never think about that, man.
Yeah.
yeah, that's why when people do say it's like, oh, the basement, it's like, no, you have a 2-story house and your basement is just the main level. That's in
So
the
no
back.
sump pumps?
Nope. I mean, well,
No.
yeah, and parking garages, and yeah, there are some pumps. So yeah, but not for a regular residential home, I guess you'd
Hey,
say.
I got a question. You guys have army bases. Which island are they on?
The main is about a couple miles from me right now.
Oh, okay.
The Pearl Harbor
Oh, wow.
and Schofield, and yeah, Oahu is the most. That's why they always say, dude, like anything goes down, you're in the safest place because It's like, I don't know. It wasn't like that in Pearl Harbor days. But
You can't dig a bunker because you'll hit water. I know that.
yep, exactly. Because that's another thing I always wanted to do. I wanted to have that like hidden, like like David Devine, like in your basement, like if you had it just looks like a wall with your posters on it, but then you have like a special switch and a door opens and you have like a hidden room.
Yeah.
I always wanted something like that. But you
Yeah.
can't do that out here because it'd be
No.
obvious that there's an extra room because it's like, well, what's all this stuff? But if you
Right.
had it underground, it could be hidden.
There you go.
When I
Switch.
look at David, I think he has a secret room of guitars.
There
He
is a
does.
seat. There is a room. Yeah. And this is kind of like what like you're talking about, Steve. This is like in the back. Like you got to go through this. It's not obvious. Yeah. So, but yeah, in the
Oh,
other room, there's plenty of guitars everywhere. Yeah. Yeah.
David's living in like a $3 million home. He's just not telling anybody.
I'm not. I am not. But I do I do try to make the space I do have as cool as possible. But yeah, it's definitely not $3 million.
That's good stuff. Oh shit! I did. Oh wow. Okay. I'm gonna say for a 2-hour podcast,
Yeah, we're coming up on 4 hours here,
Yeah.
I think.
about 4 hours. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
I'll probably jet in probably 13 or 14 minutes. I'm going to jet and put the old grandkids running around, kiss them, hug them, smack them around.
Well, I'll tell you what. You guys want to hang out for a bit? We'll call this. Wait, is William Gramer still here?
Our countdown.
I hope so. We'll call this another damn good show. And then we'll just hang out backstage. We'll hang out backstage for another 13. Samoan Watchman.
What's up, Samoan?
What's up, brother? Oh, I can't. I'm not going to say nothing. I'm just happy to see Samoan Watchman. He's going to surprise coming in the near future.
Oh, awesome. Very nice.
I want to thank you fellas for having me. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks for
Nice to see you guys.
hanging out with us, Steve, and thanks.
Yeah,
for
man,
allowing
it's
me
been
to
a
hang
great
out too,
time.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you guys, man. Thank you guys.
Lots of fun.
Let's do final thoughts.
All right.
Okay.
Final thoughts. Let's go with we'll start with Dave T. We'll put you on a spot.
There we go. I like that.
Final thoughts. Speak truth in everything you do because it matters. Protect the kids, whatever you can. And I'm wanting to say thanks to Stever for bringing the big green ball because it made my day. The big fuzzy ball, right?
Mike, yeah.
Hell
Mike.
yeah.
What
Mike.
was the cream? What was
Mike.
the cream called again? Yahoo?
Oh.
The cream.
Yalo, right?
Oh, yeah. We got to get those plugs.
Yellow cream.
Yeah.
Yeah, get those plugs in.
The nipple cream. What was that called?
Nipple
Steve?
cream. Yellow nipple cream.
Tello Dream Cream.
Tello Dream Cream.
Hey, man, the world is starved for truth. These are my last words. Seriously, the world needs to hear the truth. Everybody's got blinders on, and people
Hell
got to
yeah.
speak it.
Fucking
Very
right,
true.
Dave. Agree with that.
Yeah, right on.
Yeah, lots of Daves here.
Lots
Yeah.
of Daves. That's a good thing.
There's
That's a good
3 right
sign.
there.
It's a good sign when you get 3. It's kind of like the 3 wise men. The 3.
Well,
You
this
get a lot
Dave's not here.
When you get a lot of Daves that are there and not there, and you get a lot of Steves, it's bound to be good.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know?
It's almost, this would be considered a full house, I think.
Yeah, pretty sure. That's a reasonable assumption.
Yeah, it's a full house. There's a good chance we'd win with this hand.
Winning. Hello, Charlie Sheen.
Winning.
Once more.
We're winning.
Hello.
Winning.
Winning.
Thanks, Steve Harloha. My final thoughts are you guys fucking rock, and please just keep speaking truth and waking people up to the reality of this crazy mind we live in, and where our life force is the ore that they extract. So everybody just power through. We can have a good time in the mind. Let's have a good fucking time. but let's not be asleep.
Absolutely.
You know.
Absolutely. I would give a
Absolutely.
smile to that. There's my smile.
There it is. Look at
Yeah,
that.
there it is. Under the counter, baby.
He's a
I like
gangster.
that.
He's
Is a
a
great
fucking
photo.
under the table.
You had no idea when you took that photo
Legendary.
that
Dude,
someday.
until like what, hour and a half, 2 hours ago, I had no idea because he texted me that while we were live, and I was like,
That's
I'm like,
fantastic.
what did he text me? And I
Yeah.
looked, and I'm like,
That is a
oh,
money
shit.
photo,
So,
Dave.
That's
Nice
that's
shout
job.
out. No, Nate sent me that one. So shout out to
Nate.
Nate because I know
All
he's
right,
probably
Nate.
listening. He's
Yep.
lit.
Shout out to Nate.
that's
Fuck
one of
yeah.
those like blessings, like that you get from the past. Like
Yeah,
you
I
can-
love those. I love those when you find a picture and you're like, "What the fuck? I
Yeah,
was
Yeah.
doing what?" You know,
because
and like,
you couldn't even have
it's so
thought
cool.
of that. Now you couldn't even have
Right.
thought about it.
Or like you remember it as soon as you see it, but you're like,
Yeah.
I didn't think that still existed. How do
Right.
you have it? You
I
know?
see pictures like that sometimes. People will bring me pictures and be like, "Oh, remember when you guys played here?" And like they'll have pictures of me like way fucking 30 years younger and shit. Like, what the fuck? I don't remember that at all. But it's always it's a treasure when you get those. You're just like, oh, that's Kodak moment. You know what I mean? Anytime
Definitely.
you can reaffirm a memory that you have with an actual photographic fucking evidence,
Yep,
that's the shit,
actual proof.
And you
Yeah.
know what's
Yeah.
what's wild about that photo is there's a good chance someone had to have that developed, probably.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Totally. If it's
So
pre like 2001, yeah,
Priceless.
Yeah.
100%.
And the thing is, the scary part is I know Nate and I know he's got a ton of photos from when we were like 17, 18 years old.
Oh boy,
So
Well,
Nate,
here we
if you're
go.
listening,
we're gonna have to
those
get
are-
with
roll.
Nate and make the Steve Harloha documentary.
Uh-huh.
Yo,
Yeah.
hell yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this has been a blast, you guys. Thank you so much, Steve. This is
Absolutely.
fucking awesome.
right
Good
on.
time.
So what about you, David? Any final
I
final thoughts?
I second what these guys talk about. The truth. It's been great to talk to you guys. Thanks for having me up about like just the different levels of consciousness. We talked about a lot of good stuff tonight. And
Yeah.
anytime we could continue this conversation, I'd be happy to. And then also support the cream and the burrito shop.
Yeah, luckyburritoart.com.
And
Lucky Burrito
also
Art.
and also if you can become a googly-eyed meme, do it. I
Please
say
Yes.
do it.
look how successful Mike is. I mean, come on.
Mike and me have something in common. That's
He's a role
Oh,
model.
You
Yeah.
guys will all be a part of the new intro. I
thank
promise.
you. Yeah, I'm sure that you got definitely some intro bites tonight. But thank you very much, Steve, for having me on.
It was
Yeah.
super
Yeah.
nice
Yeah.
meeting you, Dave, and both Daves.
Yeah.
Really,
Mhm.
really.
Yeah,
nice
you
meeting
as well, guys.
But you
Hey, don't-
guys hang out for a minute. I'm gonna
Sure.
end this and we can talk backstage if you want. If not, just leave and I get it. But I did want to thank David Devine for showing up.
Yeah,
And I
man.
want to shout out Ronnie too. And I hope you feel better, Ronnie. We love you, brother.
Feel
But Ronnie
better,
couldn't
Ron.
make it today. He's not feeling good. And David Devine came through at literally the last minute. So thank you, brother. I really
Appreciate it, David.
Yeah.
Right on.
My pleasure. Thank you for asking. Mhm.
And then with that being said, my normal final thoughts are have a beautiful morning, beautiful day, beautiful afternoon, beautiful evening, a beautiful night, whatever it may be, wherever you are. Much love, much aloha. Most importantly, God bless.